Hello.
Hello. We're playing a brand new game that just came out right now,
Just came out.
and we're
Yeah, it
doing.
just came out for PC people.
Mm-hmm. And it came out a few days ago. Or came out that, well, you know what I mean. That it's approved for Steam Deck. Like they
Mm.
went out of their way to make sure it runs on it, and I think the experience is pretty interesting because like this is the bare minimum hardware that you can get this game working on. You've got You got maxed out pop in. You got your fancy upscaling wizardry. Um, you got your adaptive frame or adaptive resolution
Mm.
going down to like 360p at times, and
Uh,
it's just like
did you install any mods to help it?
it's the toaster experience. Well, yeah, there is that one like a DLSS mod,
Oh yeah.
and we're gonna be looking at that. I got that installed, but I turned it off because it crashed a couple times.
The world of PC gaming is now fake frames and fake resolution.
It is. I think like this stuff has a lot of, for better or worse, it has a lot of potential.
It's just it feels like nobody has to bother optimizing anything anymore internally, right?
It could
I don't
be.
know. I said this years ago, and it feels like it's coming true. Like every single game that comes out now is just people complaining that they can't believe they I was just watching somebody play Silent Hill 2 remake, and they said this is the best hardware you can buy on my PC. This is the best. Right? It was like a
Hmm.
4000 series card before the 5000 series just hit. Like now, this is the best hardware, and I can't hit 60 frames on this. So it's getting crazy.
This
Like
is.
the best
I don't
hardware.
know.
I mean,
Sorry about that.
diminishing
I had to check
returns.
my audio.
Diminishing returns is of course a thing, but
Yeah.
there's a different way of looking at this where the whole 90% versus 10% theory like applies to everything. It applies to food, water, technology, any kind of robotics, anything. Like the first 90% of something is goes up in difficulty linearly and the last 10% is exponential.
Hmm.
So let's just say hypothetically we hit 80% of the way. Let's just say, right, believe this for the sake of argument, that 5 years ago we hit 80% of realism in graphics. Now, in that 5 years, it took we managed to add 5% to it. So that in the last 5 years, went from 80 to 85%. The last 15% is not going to take 5 years. It's going to take 25 years
Hmm.
because as you get closer to reality, the difficulty goes up exponentially, not linearly like it used to. So we grew up with graphics increasing linearly, and now the effort in order to do it now is exponential. So we have graphics to get 1% more graphics. We need like 100 times the GPU or something. Just as it purely as a hypothetical to drive home the point.
Yeah.
Um, it's just another theory about this I was reading about a few days ago where, and it applies to everything. Like um we can make a robot that's 90% good pretty easily, but to get it to go to the last 10% to make it perfect is going to take a century. Stuff like that, like, and
Right.
maybe it also applies to graphics because like to get 1% increase in graphical fidelity, now we need to have 5 years of advancements or 5, 10, 15 years of advancement in the GPU. So in order to even sell GPUs, you have to come up with some underhanded slop to get people to buy them. So what you do is you make the monitors bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the conspiracy theory about the 4K is a scam to sell GPUs.
Hmm.
We have to make the monitors bigger so that people have a reason to buy a GPU because we can't make GPUs noticeably better anymore
But then you
because the
can't.
graphical fidelity. What were you saying?
Then you can't render games at 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no situation like take Silent Hill 2 for example. You can't run that game at 4K. There's no hardware that does it. And so like Nvidia has all this frame gen and like DLSS and stuff. And like that stuff's functional. Like it makes games look better, but it's not really. You can do that to a 1080. You can do that to like a 720p feed too.
Hmm.
There's no uh if you're spoofing the frames, then it doesn't actually rely on the engine.
That's right.
And like you're saying, like that could be used as an excuse. Like if this stuff comes to consoles, then you know they're gonna like 90% of the time they're gonna be like aiming for 60 frame or 30 frames per second, because
Yeah, well,
they can
I
push
don't want
60 with frame gen.
to. Yeah, they're going to be developing for 30, and then you can get 60 with frame gen. Yeah, I don't know. It's spooking me. It's scaring me. It's
Yeah.
already in the PS5 Pro. It's not if. It's here now. The PS5 Pro has the PSSR
Oh.
frame gen or that. It's
Oh
already
yeah,
here.
that's right.
So you know it's going to be in whatever next consoles come. You know for a fact it's just going to be. It's just going to be standard. But another thing I wanted to say was that listen, we're gonna cross 500 subs like today, and that's because of that stupid SpongeBob video.
Yeah.
Did you know it's gonna hit 10,000 views soon, and it's got hundreds of likes, and I made it in like half an hour.
I know it's pushing numbers. It's pulling
It
those
sucks.
numbers. I mean,
Anyway, so for anybody watching, I just saw we got the 2 watching, whatever. If you happen to have clicked this because you just subscribed, the reality is that this is a video game channel, but
it could
people
become
really.
like we could just play SpongeBob games from now on.
But SpongeBob shit has appeared on the channel before, and SpongeBob is never far from my mind, and so it's been around, but with the popularity of that video, is kind of strange. Like other SpongeBob things have not popped off like that. I don't know if it was the title or the thumbnail or what happened, but so anyway, there's gonna be another SpongeBob video, but it's not turning into SpongeBob Town, this channel. That's not a thing. But there's gonna be another there's going to be another, at least one more SpongeBob specific video.
But yeah, that's
And it's not
I
a
guess
YouTube
the key to success is just clips.
The key to
nowadays.
success is just, yeah, realizing that people just want to watch SpongeBob. That's it.
It's not. They're not wrong. Like I want to watch SpongeBob. Do you want to just like quit this and watch SpongeBob?
Let's just watch SpongeBob on stream.
Yeah. Like you've already stole their content and they didn't seem to mind. So
Yeah.
oh yeah, look at this look at this tank popping in. That's this is like a constant in these Midgar areas, because there's just so much garbage, and the engine is so good at like streaming in assets in real time. You can see it.
Yeah, it's
You couldn't see it in action on the PS5, but you can see it here.
This is obviously an Unreal Engine game. It's interesting. They're just different. Like Unreal Engine, there's moments where this looks amazing, and then there's moments where it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And there's moments where the Luminous engine looks way better than this, and then moments where it looks worse. The Final Fantasy 15 was on a Luminous engine. Like when you take a picture of the PC version of Final Fantasy 15, it's mind-boggling. But and that's an old game. But you can take pictures. You can cherry-pick pictures of this that look good, really amazing too. Or you can take pictures of this and make it look like a PSP game. But it is interesting. Yeah. For some reason, when I heard you were playing this on the Steam Deck, my brain will sometimes lie to me and say fake stuff. And one of the fake things it kept saying was that you're playing this on PSP.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what that even means.
That's a
Doesn't mean
healthy mindset, yeah.
The
Just
PSP
like
version, it doesn't make any sense.
you're getting the hardware brain rot. Like these devices are starting to blend together in your mind.
I wonder if this portable PC business is the future. I already mentioned before that I saw at some Japanese video game like event, they were debuting the Steam Deck, and they had Steam Deck shit going on, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is it. We're here. This is the future.
Freaking, oh, this pisses me off. Red is dead, and he just freaking leaves him there. Doesn't even try to revive him.
Well, he's just a dog. Oh.
He's not just a dog. He's the best character. He can smell anything, man. Like his sense of smell is 7,000 times ours.
Zach has probably seen Red, but not as a party member. Like Zach has probably seen Red in that test chamber that Hojo had.
Yeah.
That's what's weird about it.
That's right. I don't know what the hell's going on here, though. Like, this is like... None of this actually happened. This entire intro didn't happen.
This is so crazy. Like, when I first played this. This is so insane. I said I couldn't believe that this was how we're starting this. It's so off the wall. So crazy. Like, if you played the original game or remake, this is crazy.
It's like, imagine if you never played the original and never played remake, and you're starting with this one because you heard it was good.
Oh my!
And then
you have no idea. It makes
no
sense.
You start with Zach. Everyone's dead, and then it just switches to the calm scene where Cloud is recalling a flashback where he's fighting alongside Sephiroth, and then Sephiroth's the villain, Zack is dead, so on.
It is mind-boggling that they were allowed to make this like this. It's like I mentioned this before you started playing. I said something like no, like who can buy this? Like, you have to, before this point, you had to have a PS5, you had to have played Remake, and you had to have played the original game to really get what's happening.
It's something that's been on my mind. Like, I think if there's something holding this back, it's the fact that it's a FF7 remake. As sad as it is to say.
It's just... If you played this as a new game and you didn't know anything, oh, here's this game, whatever, and you're playing this game that starts off with a character that you don't play as, saving someone you don't know, and then you get a flashback with a character you don't know, and then after this, you go to a town that you don't know how you got there. They teach you how to play a card game you don't know anything about, and then they drop you in the world map.
Yeah.
In that order.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that? And they give you like 5 characters as soon as you start. So you don't know what the hell you're supposed to even do with any of these people. You've got 5 characters that you need to control or take care of. It's like you truly are entering this universe like midstream. It's total nonsense. You just can't start with this. But yet, it does not carry over stuff from the original, the first part.
Yeah.
Even though it kind of could, because it works so similar to the first part that you almost could.
But like, also, even so, like, in this flashback, you're like level 30, and then when you're done with the flashback, you're level 15.
Yeah, I know.
That's just starting out. You can't be any level lower than that. I also think it's like totally overwhelming how much materia you get during this flashback, and then the flashback ends, and then all that materia is gone. You got a completely different set of materia, and 5 different characters to play.
Yeah.
It totally like it expects you to have played the first one and
It does. It really,
be experienced with it.
like, more so than any other game I played in like forever. The sequel is it's just the first game just kind of ends, and then you're playing the sequel, and that's it. There's nothing here for you if you did not play the first part.
You take one, I'll take the other.
Even if you played the original game and not the remake part 1, it would be weird, because you're already dealing with things that violate the original 1997 game, and you wouldn't know why. Like, you wouldn't know about the part 1 Whispers of Time, or whatever they were called, those things that alter the
Wait in the truck.
canon.
Yeah, that's right.
The first part,
Do you believe that they backed off on that because of the reaction to it?
no, I don't believe that. I beat this. They don't believe that.
Okay.
I'm not spoiling
Fair enough.
anything.
Yeah.
But,
I'm sure there's
not
more of
spoiling
that later.
Yeah, I'm not spoiling anything, but um, they wanted to have it both ways with this, which is very bold and dangerous when you want something both ways. They wanted this remake to be a remake for the original fans, but then they also wanted the original fans to not know what's going to happen. That's what this is. I don't know if it's going to look back. It's going to be look back as stupid or genius. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because
I think, well, for one, like, just if you've never touched these games and you don't have any biases, like for me, for one, or what was I gonna say? Anyway, like if you never touch these games and you have no bias towards them, and somebody told you that they made an FF7 remake, they split it into 3 parts, they changed the story in a way that expects you to have experienced the story, and they changed the gameplay, and they loaded it with filler to make up for the fact that it's so much longer. You would say it was like the worst remake ever made.
But it's not, though.
It's not. It's like it's one of the best.
Not. I
Yeah,
know,
like
it's fun. That's the problem.
it's amazing.
That's what I said
Yeah.
about remake. The first part, I just said it's just fun. That's the thing.
It's just a fun video game, yeah.
It's
And
every single
it's
other
fun
thing.
it's
Doesn't
fun in a
matter.
fan servicey way. Like you've got the ATB, and you've got all the the characters get more screen time,
So I wouldn't know.
and the story is a little more polished and fleshed out, and you
My mother, named Genova.
you see Sephiroth's balls and all that stuff.
My father.
It's also it's a this. I don't know. I'm not the only one who says this. A lot of people say this. This is my favorite action RPG battle system. It's this one.
Yeah, mine too.
Why am I talking?
It's just right off. I don't have to think about it. It just is. I remember the first time I played the demo for remake. I couldn't believe it. That they figured out just make everything cost ATB, and then you can't just mash through everything.
Yeah, that's the only thing that was wrong with 15.
Yeah, I know.
That's
you
all
could just-
15 needed.
It was too
And-
easy. 15.
Having 2 ATB bars, having
Yeah.
some things take one bar and some things take 2,
Yeah.
and some abilities can boost it to 3,
Mhm.
and that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Items take ATB.
And
That's
if
the
that
most
was
important
like
thing.
if that was all there was to it, and it was just action with the ATB tacked on, then that'd be great. But like
The
the
knock-on
gameplay
effect
just
of having
the combat just feels great
Yeah.
too.
the knock-on effect of having ATB is that you have to wait to do things just enough that you want to switch to the other character.
Mm-hmm.
And so it lets you use 3 characters in battle at the same time, and not it'll fry your brain at first when you first play Remake, but it works. Like it's a little, it can be like this Rebirth. The combat here,
After 2 years away.
it's probably like 10% too complicated.
Yeah,
I can
it
say
is.
I got the platinum trophy in this. Like I'm qualified to say whatever I want. I got everything. I did every single thing. I got the platinum trophy on
Yeah.
PS5, and I would say that they probably don't need 2 different types of combo attacks. You can have the synergy attack and the guard. You press guard, and then you can do another combo attack where you're holding guard. I think you don't need the guard one. I don't think it should be there. I think it's just slightly too much. They flew really close to the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say your opinion is correct. You have the right opinion. The
You have that
objective
opinion. You have that opinion just starting, and I have that opinion after 350 hours. So
Yeah.
it
I
might
don't.
mean something.
Well, there's a certain amount of mental stack that you have to deal with in a game where it, even for someone who's used to playing games and wants more complexity, that's, you think like this is a little too much. And in this case, it is just the synergy skills, like just having the special synergy skills and the regular synergy skills. And the regular synergy skills sometimes involve mashing or holding buttons. It does exactly tell you which ones. That's a lot of fun.
This Zangan guy in Japan, he's voiced by Kamen Rider 1
Oh, wow.
or Sagata Senshiro. He's just
Damn.
kind of like a celebrity cameo actor who does things like this. He has barely anything to do in this game, right? So they just got him in there for a joke. But that's his voice in Japan.
That's awesome.
She'll go far.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah. It's like bringing back Adam West.
I didn't know.
That's right. He's like Adam West.
That's ancient. Like
There-
that's
I know.
decades ago.
Yeah, I think he's 80.
Man.
Very close to it. Because he was like 25 in 1971.
Is there anything in here? No, I don't think so. We didn't like do a recording of this demo, did we? We did it the demo for the first one.
No, I made videos about the demo for this game.
Yeah, that's right.
So this isn't the demo, but we're playing through the demo.
Yeah, I
Very
guess so.
weird how many freaking times I have to play this. I played this demo. Remember, I played the demo for 30 hours for this game. Over and over and over and over, just trying to get every last drop out of it.
Yeah.
So I went over here and messed around. See how you jump over that thing?
Mm-hmm.
I spent forever trying to screw it up. That's how long I spent playing this.
Yeah. The vaulting, like the I guess you'd call it like a ninja run mechanic, where you just hold a button and your character just does things automatically. It's really kind of, it's skirting the line of jank in this game. Because like there are times where it feels like you jump off a ledge and it feels like it's going a little too fast or something. Like it's not using like that. It's not using real physics. It's just like, whoa, where can we put the character?
Yeah,
I don't
found
know.
some funny ones. I found some amusing ones that like seem a little bit too high or something. I found a few in this game. Just purely out of curiosity. Purely out of just wasting time and trying to make something funny happen. I found a few things.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to take my time, but you like hit that wall where it's like, You're looking at like Chadley's simulation battle list, and there's one left, and you're just like,
Oh my God!
I am gonna
God!
move on. I'm done. I'm just
God,
gonna.
those are hard. Holy, what were they? When this game first came out, people were saying they were waiting for a patch to make it easier. Like they thought it
Whoa.
was a joke. They thought it was a joke how hard the VR shit is. They want you to do like 10 battles in a row that are all hard and shit like that, and it's just, oh, you'll look at it and you'll think this is impossible. They don't want me to do this. This isn't real.
I figured you might be there.
I like this.
Yeah,
You
we
can.
just have to we have to explore these buildings in order to meet an arbitrary threshold.
Mhm.
Remember
I do like how you can
Her name was.
you can piss off Tifa by entering her house.
and that day was no different.
You went through my stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, Fluffy.
That didn't need to be there. Tifa cat lore.
Yeah, this game is so loaded with shit. It's just mind-boggling. Like, if you somebody was saying, like, what would happen if you played this game and on your first playthrough didn't skip anything? You'd be here for hundreds of hours, like trying to get through the story. I remember, I do like the fact that people are like rediscovering this game. There's one interesting thing about these staggered releases for games where it comes to another console after a while, or PC, for example, is that you get to hear people talking about it again.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. I like that. And I remember people were saying, someone said that
Into my room?
he doesn't remember what's going on anymore in the plot. He can't remember
Yes.
what the hell they're doing because he's just doing a bunch of shit. I know I shouldn't have. Whoa.
Cloud!
You asshole.
You asshole!
We don't get to see it. I'm not gonna play the piano. I don't.
I think
I'm gonna be skipping some mini games. I think.
I can't remember if you have to.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
I skipped it the first time too because I've seen everything there is to see there. I like watched
Oh
a
my God.
playthrough up to the end of the demo just to see what it's like.
That
Didn't
reminds
exactly
me,
ruin it, but it's
That reminds me, like the freaking piano game in this is so good. The piano in this game is like the best piano that's ever been in a game. It's like, it's so in depth what you can play on the piano.
yeah.
You can play any song you want, just right off the rip, because it's so detailed. It makes no sense. Why is that in here?
It's
Why
absurd.
is it so detailed?
It reminds me of like
2 years.
I think
First time.
FF5 or 6 had a piano mini game where you could press could you play it normally, or was it just a matter of pressing a button on every piano in the game and playing a little tune?
Yeah, I know. In Final Fantasy V, you could get slowly better at the piano if you went up to them.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
It was a little.
slowly.
It was like a It wasn't a mini game. It was just like a little progression
Yeah,
Easter
you
egg
go
thing.
up to the piano. You go up to the piano, and he plays a little ditty, and then it gets a little better, and a little better, and a little better. It's kind of interesting.
And Final Fantasy, they always loved mini games, but they never had the means to make them play well. Like they're always kind of hacked together.
Until now.
Until now, we're in mini game.
I can take care of myself.
We're in mini game paradise in this game.
That's what people were saying about this shit. You just, I don't know, you just get to the world map and you're just goofing around. We'll just goof off for hundreds of hours and then accidentally save the world.
Play Queen's Blood for like 60 hours.
This is, the amount of goofing off in this is
What does
insane.
what does Sephiroth think when you show up and you're like the best Queen's Blood player in the world all of a sudden? Like it you've been wasting that much time playing a children's card game.
You need a mature girlfriend who will tell you when you're being a silly goose.
It's not like we hung out.
I don't remember if she said it here, but she says that in the original game or the remake, or the first part of the remake. I don't remember which.
Yeah, I think
So
she just said that. I
everything
think.
in here, every single thing in this game is designed to elicit tons and tons of
Yeah, what's this?
shipping debates between Yuffie or Tifa. Every single thing. So Cloud should have a girlfriend who is mature and will tell him when he's being a silly goose. Who's that? every little thing in this is designed to drive people crazy. And this game and the first part, I guess, the remake was like designed to make you wonder if Aerith would actually die, right?
Yeah.
And people went into this not sure,
Mhm.
and that's insane to think about, that we weren't 100% sure. And I won't spoil it, but I can say that the developers did say that whoever dies at the end of this game stays dead in part 3. They did say that,
Okay.
so they said
That's
that.
the
That
right
sounds
thing to
great.
do.
I swear I've seen it
Yeah.
before.
In a game where a main character dies and stays dead, I think the remake should also do that.
We'll be
Well,
leaving
we'll see
by
what
noon.
happens.
Yeah.
I would say soon, but if you try to do all the mini games on the way, it'll take you a year.
What I
So-
would do, yeah, I know.
Will do.
And I plan to. Well, I'm like 35 hours in, and I'm not even like at Cosmo
nowhere.
Canyon yet.
Yeah.
Night.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah,
I don't know.
I tried.
what I would do
Sleep that night.
is I would take the Toby Fox route. I would include like a secret, like a nearly impossible secret route,
It's pretty much the
where you
same
can
thing.
save Aerith.
Why?
And that would carry over to the third game, and Aerith would just be there. Like, she wouldn't say anything, she'd just be an accessible character. And,
That's what it's like now in the original Final Fantasy VII.
uh-huh.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you realize that Aerith has been saved? You can do it. It's
Like, in
a few weeks ago.
without
A few weeks ago, somebody beat Final Fantasy VII with Aerith in the party on the original hardware. You
wait,
can
a
do it.
few weeks ago?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Yes, sir.
It's just been done.
Are you
Because,
serious?
I'm serious. Look this up. You have to use so many complicated maneuvers and exploits and skips to get it
Uh-huh.
to work. But you can finish the game with Aerith. It's doable.
Okay,
You can
what
do the entire
level
game.
of level of glitchless are we talking?
Do you remember comm skip? All the shit you have to do?
Yeah.
It's like that. You have to do so much shit, and you have to skip a bunch of events, and then you have to go back and fix certain things so that you can keep going. And you have to know exactly how to fix your save file, and exactly what events you can do and what ones you can't do. And if you do everything perfectly, you can beat the game with Aerith. You can do
Okay.
it on any version of the game, because
That's
it's
fascinating.
that
All
it's
right.
baked that far into the game's code that it's possible in that way. Like, you can do it.
Sephiroth, it meant a lot to us.
Not intentional, of course, for the record.
Where's the harm in that?
The game's still not as busted as Final Fantasy VI, but it's getting there.
Hmm.
There?
You ever watch the Final Fantasy VI speedruns?
No, I
The
haven't
glitch
seen a
one?
recent one.
Where you can just, like, you go out of frame into the black void and just wander around in nothingness and beat the game.
You'll never get as bad as like Ocarina of Time though. Just like
Yeah.
warping to the credits in like 3 seconds. That's
Yeah,
not
I love credit
including
warps.
when you're talking about janky speed runs. You gotta exclude like Mario World and all that, because those games are just like solved. Like you can't even. They're not even part of the discussion anymore.
Yeah, we gotta kind of overlook credit warping.
Uh-huh. But yeah, but what I was thinking of is how in like in Deltarune in Deltarune Part 2 there's a secret route where you can
You probably already know
well, you know
this,
how
but our reactor's the first
Undertale was all about like either killing people or being a pacifist, right? In Deltarune you couldn't kill people,
Who could tire of it?
Everyone.
but people found a secret route in Part 2 where you could start killing people. Like you find a way to kill people, and
Yeah.
it causes permanent changes in the characters, and they think it's gonna, when you do that route, it's gonna carry over into part 3. And that's what I want from this. Like something so secretive that it's not even really canon. Oh, look at this log. Hell yeah.
Oh my,
That's what I'm talking about.
God. Yeah, that's the PlayStation 1 log.
Mm-hmm. They when the engine doesn't load an asset in time, it just gives up. So like you're seeing LOD LOD models that are supposed to be displayed 5 miles away show up right in front of you.
Even so, you'll burn yourself out running like that.
I'm not even close to burned out. Not with all the
But I
training
think
I've had.
just experiencing this in this format on this hardware, it makes me realize how lighting really is just everything. Because like even with half of the environment models missing, it still looks pretty good. It still tricks your brain into thinking it looks good.
Yeah,
because the
I was
lighting
gonna
is
say
fine.
that, I was gonna say that when I was watching you play this on here, I was saying like, wow, this doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't.
Hmm.
But also, it uses I guess now would be the time to look at this stuff. It uses something called TAAU. That's like something anti-aliasing upsampling, which is
Okay.
sort of a cheap version of DLSS, which gives an estimate of what the game is supposed to look like at a higher resolution. So for all I know right now, this game could be running at the 360p, and I couldn't really tell at first glance,
Not nice.
because the game is spoofing a 720p image.
I think I got this.
Then they're all yours.
Copy that.
Yeah, 37 minutes in, this is our first battle.
Let's finish this.
That was awesome.
You got to go through all this stuff with,
This is how it's going to
like,
be. There doesn't seem much point in me fighting.
Sephiroth.
Guess not.
You gotta go to the reactor, then Sephiroth's gotta go back to the library, and then gotta meet Sephiroth, and he's
Okay.
gotta go crazy, and then you go
Alright.
back to meet Sephiroth, and he's burning the town. Then you gotta go through the
I've
slow
seen the-
walking section where the
I've
town's
seen
on
that
fire.
that stupid scene with Sephiroth in the fire. I've seen it so much. I just can't do it anymore. It doesn't do anything for me anymore. I just wanted to say that. It's if you've been on the internet since like the 2000s, you've seen that Sephiroth in the fire thing like once a day for your whole life. It's just crazy.
Uh-huh.
It's just there's no way to make it good anymore. It's just there. The motif of it is everywhere. It's victory pose in Smash Bros. It's in,
Yeah.
in Advent Children. It's in this. It's probably in Remake Part 1 somewhere. It just keeps going.
Lighting is everything. That's why Rembrandt is the greatest painter. He realized that too. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
That's when
contrast,
they solved classical.
specifically.
Like that's when
Yes.
like classic realism.
Yeah. Specifically, contrast is like the soul of art,
Mhm.
and you get contrast from lighting. That's how you get it, right?
Yeah. And video games have always been trying to
Just you watch.
nail that lighting, and you could be looking at the muddiest, smudgiest crap in the universe like this, and it would still look good because your brain's just looking at, like, your brain's just thinking, do I believe this image is real? That's
Mhm.
all it cares about.
I posted that video in the chat about first full party completion on PS1. There you go for everybody who hasn't seen that. There's how you beat Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1, keeping everybody in the party. Holy shit.
That's that.
It only took like 28 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away.
It's another one of those time travel things I think about, things that you want to go back in time and tell people. I'd like to go back in time to 1997 and tell people that you'll be able to save Aerith and beat the game with Aerith in the year 2024.
Yeah.
It will be figured out. You can do it. You just need so many breakthroughs in glitching to do it.
Mhm.
You'd never ever figure it out now on your own. You just wouldn't. You need the collective effort of thousands of people over decades trying to glitch the game.
Yeah, yeah. Then you just passively mention, like, oh yeah, but it won't be... Like, it won't really make the rounds at the time because people are too busy playing part 2 of the remake, and then just walk away.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I got the rest.
Oh,
He
jeez.
doesn't mean he's a trooper. That guy isn't a trooper. Sephiroth just called him a trooper. Like, he's a trooper. Yeah, he's a trooper. He's
Yeah,
a real
that's just a
trooper.
compliment. Yeah, he's a real trooper, that guy.
What a card.
I wonder who he is.
Hmm.
What's your
Don't know.
name, son? That just fades to black.
Yeah.
Or it's like in DMC 5, his lips start moving and that's just fades to black.
Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Virgil. I want to think that scene wasn't slowed down. Like he's actually going Virgil.
Brace yourself.
We still have a long way to go.
Shall we pick up the pace?
Not unless we absolutely have to. Our guide might not be so lucky next time.
Then, how about I go on ahead and
No,
clear
we
the way
can't
for you
pick up the
guys?
pace. We're stuck at this one
I'll
pace.
be careful.
If Tifa runs ahead of you, you can't beat her. But
You
in
better.
28 years, it will be discovered how to beat Tifa in this. How to get faster than her and get to the bridge before her.
You're absolutely right.
You know when she walks across the bridge before you?
No materia
There's-
tutorial.
Is there a way to get ahead of her on the bridge?
This game is so stingy about your walk speed. It always knows
yeah.
when how fast you need to be walking. It's not gonna let you
That's
go
a-
past
yeah.
that.
It's a modern game, all right.
Mhm.
Modern games, they cutscenes. Ooh, they suck. We don't want cutscenes. We want to control how fast you can walk and then talk to you while you're walking.
Yeah, that's a
I do
lot
not
more fun.
like
Just include as much. Like we've the unskippable cutscene is a thing of the past, thankfully, but we've invented a new way to give you a story that you can't skip. Aren't you happy? Are you not entertained?
Ugh. I don't know. In MGS5, I remember just wishing, God, I wish I just had a cutscene. Like in the old days. I was saying, I wish I just had a cutscene. This sucks. I was playing MGS5, and all the story is delivered to you as you're walking, or you stop and you listen to a tape. It's stupid. Like, I don't know. Back in the day, they used to have, you know, you'd watch a cutscene and it would have camera angles that were like cinematic and like expressing something. And it's just been replaced by walkie-talkie sections and just listening to something on tape in MGS5, and it was so bad.
Mm-hmm. Two mixed high
It's
potions.
a very weird take, but when you think about it, I think it's true that games used to be more cinematic. If you think about it,
You'd have
because,
to pick a period. when you're
Well, look at the. What are you looking at right now?
a video game.
Well, you're looking at Cloud, the back of Cloud as he's walking around, right?
Yeah.
It's a dead end.
Would you ever see that in the
Looks like
movie?
you got the bridge
Like just for
No.
hours?
Come on back, okay?
Okay, well, what did this look like on the
I'm
PS1,
glad it's not in a movie.
right? On the PS1, you would look down and this would be like a little diorama, or the camera would be cinematic. Like it would be placed in such a way that made Cloud look vulnerable or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one's more cinematic?
That's incidental though.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't call a fixed camera over the top view to be cinematic. I'd say that's its own thing.
Gotta make a detour
Yeah,
to
I think that
Shivers.
there's certain examples that I can cherry pick to show you what I mean, but
Otherwise,
I know
you
that
go straight off a
I've never seen a movie shot in third person like this over the shoulder.
Yes.
I know that.
Yeah.
Maybe
should
in the
start,
future
though.
someone will do it. Yeah, somebody should make a movie entirely in third person in one cut over the shoulder with a drone,
Oh my
somehow.
god, that's weird.
just to follow this person through a video game adventure in third person.
No, get it. No.
Someone's gonna do that soon.
Yeah.
Sephiroth, are you good with computer?
Sephiroth's
on.
good with computer.
I'm in. He's like a ghost.
I'm creating
Whoa.
a GUI interface.
Oh, what was that from? That's real.
I don't know what it's from, but I remember the scene.
They're creating a user interface to do something while hacking this thing. It's amazing. Wow, you're amazing.
Wow,
Um,
I need a GUI for this.
uh-oh, look at them bins going crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's Shadow Tifa. Wait.
Oh yeah, when this game first came out, people were posting that,
Uh-huh.
and Square Enix, I think, called it scary or something. Like they said they were making a patch to fix some of the scary things or something like that, and this is what they were referring to.
What the hell?
So Square Enix commented on the weird shadows in there.
Okay. They're fixing some scary things that were scaring players.
It was something like that. Like I'll have to go back and find it, but it was something funny like that.
Here's this weird guy.
Yeah. These are in the original.
Uh-huh. You can tell because he's odd. He just looks out of place. Well, he doesn't look out of place for FF7. He just looks different.
I think this is where the game tries to teach you that if you attack after a roll, it does something different,
Yeah.
which is important to understand later. Like you initiate aerial attacks by rolling and then attacking, and it's like it is surprisingly like workable. That's what's so weird about it. Like you can just attack, and if he jumps up in the air and you roll and then attack, you'll just follow him in the air. But only if you like roll like that, and like it's kind of important for certain things later.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
They also had to make it so that in Rebirth, Cloud is an aerial character, and
There we
they
go.
had to do that. They had to do that because the game is less linear than Remake, so they needed to make sure you had a way to fight a flying enemy all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you couldn't, that would really suck. So they just said fuck it, and they just made Cloud an aerial character in this. He wasn't in Remake. He was a ground-based character strictly. Because they could basically control who was in your party all the time.
Oh my god. Guy ain't going down. I miss my abilities. There we go.
Hello, 4 people watching.
Ooh, 4. Nice.
There you go.
Oh, this is
There you
doing
go.
numbers, bro.
Oh man.
That's that.
We just hit 500 subs on stream. There you go.
Awesome. All right, well,
Congratulations.
that's pretty good.
The reactor may have been around
All because of SpongeBob. You got
It's
SpongeBob to
just
thank for
because
that.
of SpongeBob.
Putting things in
That's
Squidward.
fu- that that video brought in 50 subs.
The Squidward, vor fetishes, saved the day.
That was not the intention at all.
I know.
I wasn't
know.
thinking that at all, but the comments were thinking it, so they
Uh-huh.
caught on to something in the video that I didn't realize.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you're watching it, and most of it's just him eating things.
But there's also things going in him that aren't food,
Hmm.
so I had to call it putting.
Yeah, but
things
that's
in
even
Squidward.
sexier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, you don't have the gooner mind. Like it just you're too pure. That's the problem.
We'll see if this sub count stays above 500. It could be one of those things where it fluctuates.
I don't think any bots are following Ginger Switch. That'd be strange.
Well, the fluctuation, like I think people underestimate how much of a black box this is. Like the number you see, the data that YouTube has, and the number you see, I think there's a black box between them. I think they're doing something to numbers before you see them, because it'll go to like 500, and then 501, then 499, then 500.
Hmm.
I think YouTube has a way of calculating that somehow. I don't know. I think literally everything when you're using YouTube, I don't think you're looking at raw data ever. I think you're looking at something that's been run through something. I always think that now.
Then let me go first.
Is there really 3 people watching, or did they
Go
run it
Tifa.
through some kind of
for it.
some kind of AI that figures out based on where you are, could there be 3 people watching? We're not sure.
Good luck.
And yeah, you can do this, Tifa. You got this.
Yeah. Look, look at her go. She's still trucking. No, don't stop. Keep going. Come on, you can do it.
I did this too. I think I made a short about
Well-
this, didn't I? Didn't I make this a short where I stopped and just made Tifa or something stay there?
Are you okay?
Not really.
They really didn't have anything to take that bridge down, so they just made it a freak bolt of lightning.
I think that's how it was in the original.
Yeah.
I love Sephiroth in this scene. He's really cool in this.
Hmm.
He just kind of like he's just defying the water. Like it just won't stop him.
Yeah, like what? If he can tank like a tail swipe from a dragon, like what's the water gonna do to him?
Yeah, look at him. He's just standing there. Doesn't do
Yeah.
anything. Ugh. Cloud's getting carried away, but it doesn't matter.
Hmm. Oh no.
They lost somebody.
Yeah. It's weird seeing Sephiroth like try to grab someone and miss. Like it's weird seeing
Didn't
him
we-
fail anything.
You were playing this at my house, and didn't one of us say, "Why didn't you just cast slow or something?"
Yeah.
Imagine like just casting slow. Imagine if they took magic really seriously, what would happen? Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, just cast slow on someone's chocobo. You're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
This game
Um,
still has that problem where people die from one bullet in cutscenes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
it
you're
has
getting
the-
peppered with
Do you know the
bullets.
way?
Like even
Yeah. I know.
even people like Aerith who aren't really superhuman, well technically,
We're not going to the village.
just getting pelted with bullets and They're like the least damaging thing ever.
Sorry,
It has that classic like cutscene versus gameplay dissonance that you just
Certainly can't send
you
you
just
back
can't
alone.
get around. It's just
You'll
so
be
hard to
safer
beat
with
it.
us.
Okay.
There was in the first part in remake. There was an interesting scene I liked a lot in Wall Market where
Good luck.
because you know how to use materia, you like have to help some people with like their daily problems, and you use materia to help them, and it's like taking magic a little bit more seriously in this universe, which I really like
Mm-hmm.
because I think he fixed a refrigerator with ice materia or something. He just held up the materia and concentrated on it and fixed it. He spoofed like a little slot machine with a luck materia, and it's incredible. I love that part in remake.
Mm.
It's
Oh
they really
crap!
need more of that.
I'm stuck. I can't move.
Show average people trying to use materia to do stuff,
That's weird.
to sell the idea that materia is like valuable to people and they need it.
Hmm.
Like we need more of that. It was really funny in remake. It's not really in this though.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize why they painted those ledges yellow. Like the knee-jerk reaction based on the demo is that
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
I know.
just one of those focus group decisions, but
Off you go.
when you're in the open world, they're like those ledges are still there and they're often really hard to see without the yellow
Yeah, I
paint.
get that. I know what you mean. I know why they did it. But in 16, they just have a HUD element that points to it.
Yeah, but you can't do that in the open world
Uh,
because it's too far
well,
away
you can
in most cases.
yeah, but you could have a little dot around it or something that's just like, oh, what's this? And you get closer to it, and it just the dot changes to an arrow.
Yeah, I
You know
guess
what
so.
I mean? You know,
My
what
first
you're
thought-
saying what you said makes sense though. I'm just saying something else.
Yeah, like they could have done something different, but the easiest thing to do by far is to just paint them all.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing to do. I know, but a linear section like this, where you could have a HUD element, but then you would have it so that it would be different sometimes, and that might confuse players. Like, why is it aiming me towards this thing here and then not in the open world and blah 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 whatever. But yeah, here's the materium.
Oh, the materium.
My dad. And the mayor, you must know.
It's pure materium alloy.
Mako will never run out, right?
And the mayor, if you must know.
Naturally formed
The planet's huge. Mac will never run out. Cloud's right. Cloud's right on this. It's fine.
Astounding. For the Mako energy to
Sephiroth has a more nuanced view of this stuff.
Mhm.
I've always
It's
wondered,
very different.
how does materia let you cast spells exactly?
He's not 100% sure about Shinra.
Yeah, yeah.
To put it
And
simply,
he would become their biggest
the
problem
knowledge of
very
the
soon.
ancients is
Yeah.
sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power.
He
That's
already
how we
believes
use
all the
magic,
ancient stuff.
or so they say.
Really? Magic sure is weird.
I know someone who'd be livid to hear you call it weird, or magic for that matter. I can just imagine what he'd say. It's an affront to science.
Who?
He's talking about Hojo.
Hojo,
Mhm.
from research and development.
Very obviously. It's an
His
affront to
predecessor was a
science,
great
yeah.
man, but him, he is anything but. We should press on.
Thinks Hojo's a quack.
Yeah. Hojo is his dad.
Hmm.
That's what's so crazy about it.
But like he goes completely nuts finding that out. So
Yeah.
he obviously isn't a fan. I'm just mashing the block to try to parry this stuff.
I did the same thing. I just kept just trying to parry for no reason. Just
Yeah.
keep doing it, even though it's like barely helping. Oh, whatever. I'll just parry everything, just to develop the little parry meter thing. You have to do a lot to unlock the Sephiroth and Zack VR mission shit. Just so you're
Oh man,
clear.
really?
I wish they let people play with them in the VR easier, but they don't. It's like the last shit you unlock. It's really annoying. I just wanted.
It does kind of
you know,
make
to be able
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who don't want to go through all that, but
They put a lot of effort in that Sephiroth character. He's
yeah, I know.
it really feels like he should be there in the game, like unlockable or something.
Well, we'll see what happens in part 3. We'll see what happens.
It would be
have
freaking
a-
weird if Sephiroth was just there constantly.
I have a vision in my mind somehow of the end of Final Fantasy VII Returns, or whatever they call it, the third part. I have a vision in my mind of everybody on the High Wind at the end surviving. And by everybody, I mean Sephiroth and Zack and Aerith. Imagine. Holy shit. We brought back Sephiroth somehow. Whoa. Here's the TF2 water.
Hmm.
This reminds me of the oil water from Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Is it even worse here?
Maybe. You should see. Well, it's not going to run for you apparently, but Final Fantasy 16 has the craziest good-looking water.
Final Fantasy 16 is apparently people are getting that to run on the Steam Deck. It's probably not
That's good.
great though. It's
Um,
probably not as
Final
good as
Fantasy
this one.
16 Final Fantasy 16 looks so good. I think I like how this game looks, but I think 16 looks better. But 16 is on a custom Square Enix engine, so they're gonna get the most out of it, which is probably why it wouldn't boot
Yeah.
for you, because it's on a really weird specific engine that they. It's a modified version of the Final Fantasy 14 engine. That's how 16 works.
Oh yeah. Really? FF14?
Yes. Yeah, it's the MMO engine. It turned out you can just make a character action game with that, and it's fine.
Huh.
So yeah.
They're getting a lot from 14. I'm noticing in this there's a lot of 14-esque music, and like just the earliest boss to evoke 14 was probably like Phoenix.
Yeah, I
Like
never
fighting
played 14,
Phoenix.
so I don't know.
Eventually he starts to just create patterns on the ground that you have to dodge. And
okay.
that's an extremely 14 sort of thing. And
it?
16
Okay.
too, apparently.
Well, yeah, I know the bullet hell stuff from 16.
Mm-hmm.
stuff
That's
like
from
that,
14.
Oh, okay.
That like a
Yeah,
lot of the gameplay in 14 is just running
Yeah,
around.
I've probably seen like 2 hours of 14 total.
Hmm.
Right, that's it.
Same
I don't
here,
know.
but like I've seen how the bosses work, and apparently they're all like that. It's like stand
Final
here,
Fantasy
do this.
14 Final Fantasy 14 makes just a insane amount of money.
Hmm. It's the WoW killer. Like it's the meme is real. It's an actual WoW killer. Yeah, I get it.
I won't let you down.
You're in good hands.
I got this.
Wait.
Piece of cake.
The zoo. That's a classic.
Yeah, he's one of those characters that's been in like every game. There's a really, really hard version of that later, I think.
Really? That fight?
Yeah, there's a zoo, a different kind of zoo, I think. And it has like a move where if you don't stop it, it's an instant kill,
Oh, weird.
and it makes it hard to stop it and a bunch of other shit like that.
Hmm.
There's a few things in this game that it'll just say, well, like, if you don't stop this, you're dead, right? Like you have to. There's a few things that were an instant kill if you don't pressure it into stopping.
I got this. Gotta say, that one felt pretty good.
Yeah, I just called up something that I knew existed.
Oops.
The main takeaway from the report is that the only reason Square Enix's digital entertainment business is profitable right now is because of its MMO and mobile titles.
Hmm.
Okay? 68.4% of operating profit comes from MMO games. That's Final Fantasy 14. That's Final Fantasy 14 alone. 31.1% comes from mobile games. That's the apps. Those gacha things and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Okay. 0.5% comes from non-MMO PC and console games.
Point what?
0.5%.
0.5%.
Just so we're clear, people argue about shit online and they're not clear about, they're not up on the facts with regards to the money they're making. When you complain that why doesn't Square Enix release blah blah blah, why don't you have a port of Final Fantasy 9 that runs better, whatever, something like that, right? Okay, they make 0.5% of their profit from traditional video games. Okay. So before you ask for, can we get a remaster of Xenogears? Just remember, less than 1% of their money is from standard video games. Okay? That's why they don't care. Just so we're clear on that. Are you still there? Did I just kill you?
Wait. Oh, I turned off my microphone. That's what happened.
Okay, yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Back. Okay.
No,
I think
I was saying.
I was worried that I blew you off the internet.
No,
with
no,
that
I
fact.
was saying something. I was saying something.
Holy shit!
Square.
I killed him.
All right,
Holy
Square.
shit.
If you're watching this, I will play 14 for 2 years. Not every day, but I'll play it as frequently as any other game. If you give me like a proper remake of FF6 in this style.
It's too bad we all shit on NFTs and shit, because we could have had playing a game to get an NFT or get a non-fungible token type thing that we could then give to Square Enix to show that we did it.
That gives you a vote. No, that gives you a
Remember,
vote towards their next project.
Remember when I was talking about using NFTs and other tokens with a hash code associated with it, so it's one time in order to play games to get a better game.
Looks like a way out.
Remember that? I was saying like, oh, you want the good game? You're gonna have to play 100 hours of slop. You have to cash in your tokens to get it. That'd be
That's
so
basically
fun.
what that is. Yeah, that's playing
That's-
14 so that to convince Square to make a 6 remake.
That's what you could have done with tokenization in video games. You could have done it. It's kind of dead now, which is probably good.
Yeah.
But you could have done it. I can imagine. For a moment, I imagined some bad future where you could, like, for example, to get 1 hour playtime on Rebirth, we had to play 5 hours of Fortnite. Because the game is always generating one-time tokens for you that you can exchange for something in another game, because they go on an NFT store. Like, so it goes through a third party, and then it's good on the Square Enix store as well.
Oh.
Yeah, here's Materia Guardian.
Yeah, I forgot what he's weak against. I think like lightning, blizzard.
This is one of my first roadblock bosses when I first played the original game.
Thunder?
It's like one of the first bosses that's kind of hard is this one in the original.
No, that's not it. It's blizzard.
For me, anyway. Everyone's going to have a different experience, but for me, that's what I thought. This, Geen attack.
No, that's not it either. Okay.
The materia, I don't know if it's materia grabber, but grabber guy, the robot with the 2 arms that grabs one of your party members. Those 3 bosses were hard for me in the original game.
Oh yeah.
But I was 10, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I can just play the game and just completely smoke it like there's nothing, because I know how to break everything. But when you're 10 and you don't know how to break stuff, and you're not looking it up on the internet, what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first time I got, like, for example, the very first time I got a gold chocobo, I did it through breeding because I couldn't beat Ruby Weapon. But now, Ruby Weapon is so easy, I just run in and beat Ruby Weapon and get the gold chocobo that way.
Oh, that's pretty good.
There's multiple ways to get the gold chocobo.
Yeah,
you can do it through breeding or through beating the weapons.
Last time, there's also a pretty easy RNG manipulation strat. That's what I used last time.
Okay.
Just like restart the game to reset the RNG and do this and that. Like do 2 battles and then enter the ranch and then breed and then go back, do 2 battles, reset the game, that kind of thing.
Oh, I didn't do that. I did this on the PlayStation.
No, you can do it on the PlayStation.
No, I mean, I did it on the PlayStation and didn't do that.
Oh yeah.
So it was like long and just like hard. It's hard on the
Yeah,
old
it's-
hardware
well, so-
without knowing tricks.
Uh-huh.
Like, ugh.
Let's finish this.
Oh yeah, got the braver from the ceiling. That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love that. I want to be able to do a braver in real life. How do I do that?
Damn it!
I want to be able to do Judgment Cut in real life. Okay. Oh, whoops.
I want to be able to cast.
There we go.
I want to be able to cast revive in real life.
I got this. Sephiroth, take the lead.
Sorry, Cloud. You get the small heal. No time to
there's a-
heal chumps like you.
God, the freaking way, the little scene in this where they look at each other.
Oh yeah.
Everybody had the same everyone who saw this had the same reaction. Ugh.
Yeah. The butt sex scene. Such a puppy.
Like-
Who the hell says that?
Ugh.
I'm glad he didn't actually say that, and that's just Cloud's like
Yeah, vision of what I.
homoerotic tension coming to light.
somebody,
Ooh.
Barrett should have asked him after the fact, did Sephiroth really call you a puppy? And then Cloud begrudgingly says no. No. I'm sorry. I didn't think anyone would notice. I put it in, but, you know. I love that triangular thing is back trying.
Ow.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. I didn't think they were going to do that. But, the debug enemies in this game are like a yellow pyramid. And I think they reused that for trying or something, the model.
It could be, or it could be the other way around. Like they were,
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
the trying triangle was reused as a debug enemy. Oh. Cloud, we gotta use the synergy ability. Do
There's
it now.
two different synergy abilities, Cloud. One is with guard and one is with the synergy ability. And you need to get synergy ability by doing abilities that give you synergy points. Ugh. God, I was far into the game before I started figuring that out. Some abilities give you synergy and some don't. And synergy also has knock-on effect abilities like making MP infinite, like it just did. It'll do things like making it so your attacks do this and blah blah. It has eventually the synergy abilities, the effects that it gives you after the fact are better than the attack. So you should keep that in mind. Like this 0 MP thing, making spells cost 0. I needed that
Yeah.
at points. I needed to do that in order to keep going because
Yeah, I know.
in the
but
VR thing, you have to do 10 battles in a row and your freaking MP doesn't come back. God damn it. So you have to do that all the time to get spells to go off. Hello, Puffle. Hello, Puffle.
He's not dead. Hey, Puffle. Hey! What the hell? Come on. Is he just gonna jump down and die? What the hell's that? There you go.
Yeah, I think you hit a damage wall.
Yeah.
One of those stupid cutscene damage walls that make it so you can't one-shot everything.
Take it from here.
Or maybe because he was doing, like, one of those, event moves where he interacts with the environment. Can't die during that
Yeah.
time. Squid's alright.
Nice work.
Yeah,
chewy,
I like the calamari sometimes.
You need a sauce, though. You need soy sauce.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but everything you said makes Sephiroth sound like a stand-up guy.
Everything you said made Sephiroth sound like a stand-up guy. That's hearing female FF7 fans talk about the game back in the 2000s.
He's a freaking he's a freaking Tumblr handsome man, or whatever the heck you call Jack Skellington.
Tumblr sexy man.
Yeah, freaking Tumblr sexy man. God
But,
damn,
like-
he was like he was wearing nothing at all.
See, there are rules though to the Tumblr sexy man. I've learned this. You can't be a Tumblr sexy man if you're conventionally attractive. You have to be like a triangle or a skeleton or something.
Even if we weren't on a mission,
Because otherwise you're just a sexy man.
the young lady's safe.
Carry on.
You better keep me safe.
Didn't expect it to be all
Hmm.
systems go.
You'd think it'd be running at reduced output, like most last-gen models.
And let me guess, villagers don't have a clue about this.
Knowing Shinra? Of course not.
The company really needs to be more transparent.
Tell that to the president.
What exactly is the problem with this place?
The people in charge.
Oh, Cloud's almost dead.
Are under the jurisdiction of urban planning. This one is overseen by
Mega potion.
Huh. Why do I suddenly have a bad feeling about this?
whatever you
Does it bug you how weak the items are in this game?
No, they should be even weaker.
Well, you can't use them in the simulations, which is where the real combat is, but...
Yeah, they're also
Still.
banned on hard mode, which is good.
Oh, yeah. Well, they should be. If hard mode is, like, the challenge. Is hard mode the
That's
same...
why.
oh, hold on. Is hard mode the same as the first one, where it's just, like,
Yeah,
as chapter select?
yeah. It's just this. It's the same thing.
Oh, cool.
The new game hard is the same as remake. You just play through. My recommendation would be to just play through the game again on hard and just go all the way through linearly.
Mm-hmm.
To do that way, you get all the everything done. I don't know if you're playing for Steam achievements or whatever, but I played for trophies to do everything.
Yeah. I'd want to do all the side quests, but I don't know if I'm gonna do everything.
You can. When I first got this game, I was so scared about spoilers that I played the game as fast as possible and didn't do any extra stuff. And then after I beat the game, I went back and did every single thing, so I can confirm that you can't miss anything. Like you can just
what are
go
they
back and
standing
do
on?
it. You can go back and do everything. Like there's a point, I think it's like chapter 13 or something, where the entire world is open to you and you can just play it like it's some Bethesda slop, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hojo, you are really something.
Hojo's really something.
Man, what a guy.
What a guy.
He's
What
a
a
real stand-up guy.
He's a real trooper, that one.
What are those things?
What a card.
Genova? Wasn't that...
Man, they misspelled Jehovah.
Yeah.
Why'd they do that?
Why would they write that on there? What an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't write that on there. It's like you go to Area 51 and there's a door that says aliens. Oh, there they are.
They probably contacted some local signage company and said we need a solid steel embossed plate that says Genova. Would you do that for us?
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Don't tell anyone. Could you just not tell anyone?
Can you make it creepy?
Yeah.
Now we're just turning a valve for no reason. This
Yeah,
is just
I don't like this. Why do we have to do this?
It's just so Sephiroth has time to contemplate things. I think that's my theory.
It's also a little bit too long too. Like you have to. It's just like there's like 3 too many valve turns here.
Uh-huh.
No, we got to keep going.
Huh? What's this mood? You're doing the SpongeBob pandering again.
What are you doing?
I told you.
He-
This is
No,
not a
this is-
SpongeBob channel.
We're built
Oh wait, that's not
for
SpongeBob.
artificial materia. But Hojo,
That's the thing that Tom Kenny uses to wash his back.
Yeah.
fused with Mako. All to birth a new breed of monster.
Tom Kenny is like he's like the Christian theory of the Trinity. Like he's both SpongeBob and he's not SpongeBob, and he relies on he washes himself with SpongeBob.
That's right.
Look,
Back in the original game, when I looked in the pod thing, it was pretty freaking scary.
Yeah.
I think it was scarier than that, because you just kind of saw his face.
Uh-huh.
You were like, "Whoa, what is that?" And that was it.
Well, like back in the day, like there wasn't a lot of detail and like pre-rendered, high-quality pre-rendered things in video games was relatively new,
that I was created
Anything that was the slightest bit creepy would be just like a formative experience for anyone watching it.
Yeah, well,
Ever since I was a child,
Donkey,
I knew
when you reviewed Remake, you said that the PS1 game is like a silly game where serious things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of Earthbound when you put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. That's what
There's
Final
little
Fantasy is
Lego-
like.
There's like this weird little Lego person on screen, and then they look into this pod, and it's like this horrific thing, and Genova leaves a trail of blood
Uh-huh.
that's red in the Shinra building. When
Yeah.
it leaves its freaking pod, and you look in the pod, and it's
We went
like
back to the inn,
awful looking. Oh, what?
but when we got there, Sephiroth locked himself in his room.
The mayor had been looking forward to having dinner with bona fide soldiers, so he didn't take the news.
It's cool how you get a brief glimpse of
He headed out
Genova
with his bellyache
in
on
that
the floor.
pod, and then nothing else for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of stew on it in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Must have sucked. What
It's
about
whirring
Sephiroth?
away in the back of your
What
mind.
happened to him?
He left. Didn't tell a soul where he was going.
What did the glyphs mean? Are those the... This is the language of the ancients.
Oh my god. What could it mean?
Actually, more accurately, it's more like the language of the cactuars. 'Cause I got to that part where you have to get to the cactuar house, and it's all covered in cactus.
Yes. The cactuars in this, like, grow their own giger hole. Like, you know how the xenomorphs spit that resin that hardens into that black shit, and that explains how they create all that stuff? The cactuars kind of do this in this game. They kind of create cacti infestation of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Something's been off ever since he came back from the reactor. Too much exposure to Mako? Then we ought to bring him some medicine.
You can get ahead of these guys, I think. Nope, he's speeding right up. Whoa, look at him go.
We gotta stay. We gotta stay ahead here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Cloud's gonna beat me. Oh.
Shinra Manor was the biggest building in town.
Did you see?
Older than the reactor. The company
Did you
used to
see
conduct
Kid G?
research there, back
Yeah,
when
I
it was
did.
still a small manufacturer.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he's in the cactuar house.
Plot was based
Yeah,
on
he's just a goblin from the original game.
Uh-huh.
That's what the goblins like. The traditional first enemy you fight in Final Fantasy is a goblin.
Yeah,
So
that's
all the
really
games,
weird.
all the games have a goblin, right? But when they made 7, they like, well, this is a cyberpunk game, so what would the goblin look like? And they came up with that weird looking goblin, and it's like, well, got to put him in the game somehow. So they came up with this character that is Kid G. It's so weird. I think that Kyle Bossman made a video just about Kid G, basically. How strange he
Oh,
was.
really?
I couldn't believe it that this was in this game. Like, kid, what kind of world is this where we just have Kid G and everyone's just okay with it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This is the actual craziest thing in this game. Like,
Yeah, Kyle Bossman also said that the most important thing in the Elden Ring teaser was seeing Alexander. And, like, using a giant club to bump Alexander out of his hole. That establishes the whole tone of a FromSoft game.
yeah, I know.
It's like it's a serious game where silly things happen. That's what FromSoft is.
What's going on down here? In the original Shinra mansion, you go down that spiral staircase,
excavated from a 2000
and it's all ominous and stuff like that. And the developers said they wanted to have the spiral staircase in this, but they complained that the Unreal Engine, the camera that they get, wouldn't let it work. like
Really?
that. Yeah, they said they wanted to do it, the spiral staircase, but they
Oh,
said
that's odd.
the in-engine camera would not allow you to like walk down the spiral staircase right or something. They
Huh.
wanted to do it, but they said they couldn't do it. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, that's weird.
Genova project approved.
I always thought it was cool that in
So,
the Final Fantasy VII world they have like time that's like our time. He's talking about the 70s. 1977 is when they found Genova.
they
Hmm.
grew
Yeah.
ambitious.
But it's
Hey,
not
Sephiroth.
our time, but it just sounds like it.
They
Hmm.
may be.
They have the. Yeah, they must have Jesus Christ in this world
Yeah, they must.
if they
have.
if they're counting time like that,
That was it.
Yeah, I wonder what happened 2,000 years ago.
or some other type of saint. Like maybe they're counting since Genova came to Earth or something.
Maybe they're counting since I don't know, the last ancient died.
Hmm.
The one that they thought was really an ancient.
Yeah, and they consider that the
Something.
common era.
Yeah, I don't know, because there's a Falna. Aerith's mother is an ancient, but
Mhm.
Falna died before the game starts. But maybe it was like this has been 2,000 years since
Unlocked
the
from
destruction of the last ancient city or something. I don't know. I don't know. There's no explanation for it. The reality is that they wanted to have a time and date that sounded like our time. That's literally what it is. But
Mhm.
Screw it.
you know,
Racking my brains not
But
helping
you
anyway.
could say it's just
Might as well
Jesus.
just ask the guy.
yeah, we could just
It's like,
let's say it.
yeah,
Here,
it's,
like in that in the Legend of Zelda like concept art and stuff from a long time ago, they had crucifixes and stuff.
oh yeah,
I
uh-huh.
like that. Remember that?
No, it's interesting to think. JRPGs usually have a church, and
I've
Yeah.
come across the most
like this place,
fascinating passage.
it doesn't really. Religion isn't huge here.
Specimen found in Stratham.
Like you don't. There's no
Smile.
cultists walking around that are preaching about God,
Ethereal.
but they do have
It's
churches.
even
I think they're
yeah.
they're probably just Christian. Like they just have a. They're just
Aerith lives at
normal
that
like
church.
Protestant Christian like Americans.
Aerith lives at that church in Midgar, and they never. Now that I think about it, they never really say what
So I dubbed her Genova.
what people did at the church. They never really elaborated on it. Now that
Yeah.
I think about it,
Genova project
I don't know.
Usually it's something unique, like they have a
bold initiative to
mother creator or something, or like
Yeah, but
some vague
is a
goddess or
story-
something.
yeah, it's always a goddess, so they don't have to say God.
Hmm.
But this is it's so obviously a game from 1997 because they just never bother with it. It's just not a factor.
Yeah,
It's not a factor in this world. The player just knows that it's a church, and that's good enough.
yeah.
Like that's like in Final Fantasy VII, they didn't even name the world. Do you know that? In the original,
Oh yeah, that's right. Uh-huh.
in the original game, they never call the world anything. It's just the world.
Yeah.
So it's interesting what they leave out because it was a game from the 90s, and they used to not worry about unimportant details too much.
Hmm.
Oh no, he's gonna have a melty.
He's having
He's gonna have a melty.
he's molding right now.
Mother
Oh,
is
no.
waiting.
He's getting triggered. This is his
I like
triggered
the
face.
shadow. The shadows here, pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Hey, hold on.
I love how the candles just flare up a little bit when he starts getting up,
Yeah, he's casting fire.
getting ready to go. Yeah.
Casting fire a little bit in his brain.
He casts magic like just by accident.
I keep asking myself, why couldn't I have come to sooner?
I wonder if Sephiroth always has regen on. He probably does.
If I had,
Hey, if he's a Final Fantasy boss, then there's a good chance that he just regens. He just like passively regens
tried.
HP, because they do that a lot.
What?
Oh no. I better keep my legs in shape so I can save these people. I have to make sure I don't get injured.
God.
Oh,
I've do this so many times.
whoa! Where'd you guys
Silly.
come from?
They spawned in like Toad.
Yeah. No. I had one job. That would just demolish a normal person.
Yeah.
Like your guts would just come straight out of your mouth. Oh, I can still go to the menu. I can check my stats. Yeah, I kind of think, like, there has to be a way to skip some of this stuff. Squidward Vor! Hell yeah! We got a Squidward
knew.
Vor pill individual here.
I knew that the freaking Sponge Boys would be in my freaking chat after that video. I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, I can't even get near that house. Well, whatever.
Like we're both talking to each other right now over Discord, and we both have SpongeBob avatars.
That's true. Yeah.
Like totally on accident. We didn't coordinate it.
It's like it was destined from the beginning. We
Yes,
thought
I
it was gonna be
understand.
we thought Mario 64 was gonna ruin the channel first. Like I did a Mario 64 stream, and it did insane numbers.
Yeah.
Or a couple videos, not streams. But yeah. I thought you were saying, like, why don't you just stream Mario 64 again?
Yeah, I was trying to push you to do it.
If you want viewers, just do that.
I hate those channels that. Well, I feel bad for those channels and those people who. They're just like I'm subscribed to a few just out of pity, people who couldn't make a go of it doing anything and then just turned into a Fortnite slop channel that just had to. All they could do was just slop it up, and that's.
Yeah.
It's awful. If you want more viewers, upload more Squidward Vor. Well, I already said at the beginning of this stream, there's another SpongeBob video coming. And when I made that Squidward video, if you're listening right now, I really was not thinking about Vor at all. I was not thinking that at all. I understand that people get that out of it, and that's fine, and they like that stuff. That's great. But I watched the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob on loop forever. I just don't stop. I've already done it a bunch today, and I just noticed that there was this weird stuff in the first few seasons where they kept putting things in Squidward's mouth. Like they thought it was funny when Squidward swallowed stuff.
Yeah.
And I caught on to it too. It's true. Go look at it. And I'll just put those together with no extra effort, and that's how the video came about. Yeah, don't you want to feed him something? Yeah, I put. Yeah, I did. I got a little bit cute with the description, so that's in the description.
Honest to God, like what do you expect, man?
The animators put a fork in him. They put a marshmallow in his head. They made him swallow the clarinet. They made him swallow a whole watermelon. They shoved a bunch of burgers in his mouth. They did it. I didn't.
Yeah,
do it.
I think
I didn't do it. They did it.
It really seems like cartoon writers, like they think the same way we do. Like they think like the first time they make a scene where Squidward chokes on something, there's this one guy who's like, "That is the funniest thing I have ever seen. We need to do that again." And like then you have the Squidward Vor guy, who's always like pushing for more Squidward Vor.
Yeah.
What if Squidward like chokes on an apple? What if he chokes on a Krabby Patty?
You never know.
Also, like the
You ever
Squidward.
watch the
the Squidward Krabby Patty like inflation scene is like one of the best scenes in the show. Just
Yeah.
just having him eat like loads of Krabby Patties in different ways.
Yeah. Did you ever see that video on YouTube about SpongeBob skin theory?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's the
too.
same idea because it's a recurring theme where people just have disguises or masks on,
Yeah.
and the gag is that someone who seemed like a normal person is actually wearing a suit or something.
Yeah.
It happens more than once. It's really
Yeah,
strange.
it happens enough times where it makes you wonder if anybody is who they say they are. Like, is anybody like is SpongeBob a sponge? He has a skeleton and stuff like that. It
Yeah,
keeps
he has a
going
skeleton.
And going and going. And
He has a skeleton and a brain,
yeah.
yet he doesn't.
Squidward Vord guy was cooking something and Squidward ate it. Ripped skin off like that one Sigma, I don't know, Sigma something picture.
I'm not familiar with that one. Sigma Wolf.
Sigma Wolf picture. Yeah, I'm a bit of a boomer. I don't know about some of these memes. I think I get what you mean though.
Hmm. This is where they really skirt the line with the T rating.
Yeah, you notice
They're
how
really
they,
careful not to show anything.
I noticed another thing is that they won't show blood on his sword. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
They specifically will not show blood on the sword. That means something. I don't know why. I believe Plankton
They
said
do show
him
him
and
impaling
SpongeBob,
people,
I
and you're not
believe
supposed to
Plankton
do that.
said him and SpongeBob were both vertebrates. No, I think he said invertebrates in the episode just called Plankton. The first episode where you see Plankton, he's trying to get SpongeBob to think that it's his birthday party and you should come here for my birthday party and all that. We're friends. And then SpongeBob's like, no, acquaintances, maybe. And it's like, well, we're both invertebrates, aren't we?
Yeah.
Something like that. I think he said invertebrates because that means you don't have a spine, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it
But,
would be weird if Plankton said he was a vertebrate, because we don't see
Yeah.
his skeleton.
Really, the only characters who have spines would be like Pearl and Sandy, just in the main cast.
They do that in
Reminds me
anime a
of-
lot.
Glad enough had gone there to hide.
Reminds me
Anime
of the
loves
sense of-
to
Yeah.
make the blood
Sephiroth
white,
showed up.
and apparently
Yeah,
that's
go-
enough.
Decided that
Go
he's
watch
the
Fist of the North Star.
This is
And
North
how many
Star's terrible.
Explosions of blood happen, and they change the entire color of the scene, so you can't. Like, it's
It was Sephiroth.
there's a little bit of an artistry to it, how Fist of the North Star does it.
Hmm.
But yeah, they were careful like not to
Sephiroth.
have blood doing certain things. I don't understand what the rules are. Like blood, you can't have a big blood explosion. You can have some blood. You can have a little bit of blood on the face, but not too much. You can't have blood on a sword.
Yeah. Like it gets really weird here where they show Tifa getting slashed, and they show her torso. They show her the entire front of her torso, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Plus, like, there's the issue if you're gonna turn the blood red, make sure people don't cough up loads of blood onto the ground,
Yeah.
because then you're gonna have a problem.
Mother, I have come for
Unless you're into that, you know, it's
you. Open the way
it's all good.
Yeah, if you're into blood play, please subscribe.
You burned my village.
You vored my Squidward. Somebody's
You
got to
burned
eat
down
Squidward
Bikini
now.
Bottom. Yeah.
They never made anyone eat Squidward. Just slurp them up. Like, they gotta have like a fish. Like, take his tentacles and wrap them around a stick, and then slurp them down.
Yeah, Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
like a
Having
Chinese
squid like that.
mukbang streamer.
Yeah, and you gotta swallow it fast, or the squid or octopus will resist you.
Yeah. God, that's gotta feel weird.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm
Like
good
a
on that.
tiny little octopus hit your stomach, and
Why was
yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like it. She's got the midriff exposed, and like the you'd think at least her clothes would be damaged. There's like nothing there.
That streamer who tried to eat an alive octopus and it hurt her cheek. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
familiar with the live octopus eating. You wrap it around a stick. It grabs the stick like with its tentacles like on its own, and you have to swallow the whole thing so fast, or it'll try to fan its tentacles out in defense, and it
Mhm.
will cut your cheek and or throat, which just sounds
Here I am.
not worth it to me. I don't know why I want to eat food that's dangerous, but
Mother,
some people do.
together we will
See,
fight
I
for
understand
our world.
gimmicky food in terms of taste.
How we can do that.
Like
The promised land.
Blue
can't they?
cheese.
Yeah, like blue cheese or something. Just something odd that has an odd flavor to it. But I don't understand gimmicky food in terms of texture.
Come again.
Like live animals and shit like that. That's just disgusting.
Your planet.
Unless if you just have like an oral fixation, like Squidward, and you just you just want to feel things in your mouth.
Because
Yeah.
I'm here for you. Now and forever.
Yeah, there's something I think about a lot. Do you ever? Does the scene where Squidward jumps into the bathtub and becomes a real octopus ever flash into your
Yeah.
mind?
Yeah, I saw that today. It does bother me. When in the episode Pressure, when Squidward goes onto that island, he turns into like an octopus toy, right?
Yeah.
Like a physical toy, right? And then when he goes underwater, he becomes Squidward,
They were
and he's like an
mine.
octopus with a fake cartoon body. But then when he goes underwater, while underwater, he turns into a realistic squid with fluke and all.
Yeah.
So, above water, toy, underwater, cartoon, underwater while underwater, realistic. I think about that like all the time. How about today?
Yeah.
What about the one where they move the couch? What are you talking about?
Oh, the
That's
toenail scene. Have you
I
seen
don't
the
know that one.
toenail?
No.
It's a zombie SpongeBob episode, but
Oh.
he and SpongeBob are trying to move a couch, and it lands like the leg of the chair lands on Squidward's toenail,
Okay.
and then as SpongeBob pulls it away, it rips his toenail out.
Oh.
So they show Squidward's foot, and you know how he actually has two tentacles as each foot, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So it's kind of extra strange in a way, but he has
Yeah.
For the news.
he has two tentacles for feet, and only one of them has one toenail.
But then, the
Oh,
story
okay.
changed. A couple days
Yeah,
later,
I only
they
know the
started
first 3
reporting agents
seasons
killed in action.
perfectly.
Yeah, that was it.
Most
But,
skippable episode, yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of them are like
I
that,
haven't-
sadly.
What happened was as these new seasons were coming out like 20 years ago or so, I remember I saw an episode that retconned the original lore around the Krusty Krab, and I just turned it off. I was so mad.
Doesn't matter what they
Mhm.
say.
Like
Sephiroth
remember
was
animation and cartooning, if you want to call it that, is a discipline, right? You can make anything you want happen on screen with animation. You can do whatever you want, but should you? That's the question you should always ask yourself. So that's what makes it a discipline in a sense.
Yeah.
And you can have anything happen in any episode. Like, you can have things that break the continuity with the previous episode, but when you establish something as the past
wants to finish what he
or an
started.
origin for something, you
He
can't
wants to
change that,
reclaim his birthright.
right?
Right.
You can't change the origin of something. That's going way too far. you can change, like you can have SpongeBob, you know, for one episode say, oh, today he's gonna have hair. Why does he have hair? Well, he just bought something over the phone and had it delivered to his house, and it's a wig, and he has it for this one episode, and then he drops it, and it rolls underneath into a storm grate, and he goes down the storm grate and goes on an adventure in the sewer. I just made up that episode 1 second, but that you can do that. But what you can't do is say that no, Mr. Krabs built the Krusty Krab a year ago, and he built it above ground and then had to move it down here. You can't do that, right? And they did that with something, because the original lore around the Krusty Krab was that veteran and depressed Mr. Krabs was in a never-ending depression that seemed to go on forever, and then he bought a retirement home and renovated it into the Krusty Krab. That's where it came from. That's it. That's from the Krusty Krab training video episode, and that was that. And then they tried to change that or something, and I was so angry I turned it off. But yeah, tell that to the Simpsons. Yeah, I know the Simpsons is...
The difference with the Simpsons is the Simpsons is a culturally relevant show. Like, it has a lot of cultural references, and it has a rolling timeline, so they can't change the fact that like Grandpa Simpson is a World War II vet, but they can change the fact that Homer Simpson grew up in the 60s. So it's really weird like that.
Just had a feeling you'd know. Probably did at one point.
Yeah, there's things you can get away with and things you can't,
All that
and
stuff was taken from me, though.
I don't like changing origins.
Maybe erased.
I don't like telling people who've been watching for a long time that they're wrong. It's just not good. I don't think it's a good practice to do that too much, because it's mostly unnecessary. If you think about it, you should be able to write something now that works now, just as how you're watching the show and it works out just fine, and you don't need all this other stuff to understand it. Like, yeah, I guess you try to stay timeless. You don't have to reference things. Try to establish your lore and your characters, and if they're really good, you should be able to just get by with them. That's what I'm saying. But not many shows can do that. What you're supposed to do, and nobody does, is say when you're done with the show, and say, no, we're done. We finished the freaking show. And
oh
stop.
My god, yeah, that's never happened.
Nobody will do it. Seinfeld did it.
Yeah.
At the exact moment that Seinfeld was going to jump the shark, they just said no.
Seinfeld ended.
Stop.
It ended.
Yeah,
and never came back.
That's it. That's what because they were smart.
And that's
why
most
shows will just run it into the ground.
That's partly why Seinfeld's still airing on all these networks.
Did I wake you?
Like, people are still watching it
right now. Imagine how bad it would be if it was like around season 30 something, and it's just like a nightmare. Like, Jerry, you can't just come back from the moon and not bring me a piece of apple pie. I'm sorry. There's something insane. It would be like the power creep would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
These characters, like.
Jerry would be going to the moon, and Kramer would be going underground. And he'd have all these stories. He'd have all these stories about the mole people, but we'd never actually see the mole people. Yeah. And no one would be sure if they'd actually exist.
Someone who's been around since the original seasons would be saying, "How is there mole people in the Seinfeld universe? What the heck is going on? It doesn't make any sense."
There would be people just hate watching the show and nitpicking every little thing.
I only watch Oldfeld.
Yeah, they'd have.
I just want to die.
They'd have Oldfeld. They'd have Jerry Seinfeld and Newman Seinfeld. That's what they call it.
Yeah,
only watch Jerry Seinfeld.
God, I was so excited to get to this part of the game. Holy fuck. I was playing the demo for so long, and then I
Oh,
got to this part, and I was like, "Yes, this is it. We're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes." So excited to get past. I felt like I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm past the demo. I'm past the demo. I can just do whatever now, and I just explored every square inch of this place.
But wait. Oh, I went up and I totally just missed
Boy, I
Tifa.
hope Red doesn't. I hope Red doesn't burn down the place with his tail.
Oh yeah, because there's a staircase I couldn't see. That's what's going on there. There we go. Yeah, Red's got to watch that tail.
Do you think Midgar's over there?
I like how they veered off
Oh,
here.
there's
Like this
something
doesn't
I'm
happen in the
interested in.
original, but they kind of inserted this idea that
Shoot.
maybe Tifa's tricking you, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
like
never would have
Years
guessed
ago.
this to put this in the game, and it kind of
I
works.
saw you lying there.
yeah, like when Cloud went to quote unquote visit his mom,
All the
and
blood.
Tifa was like, "Yeah, go ahead.
I figured it was.
I want to hear what you
Yeah.
have to say about this."
Yeah,
She's
you
kind
go
of like
ahead.
probing him for information.
Yeah, and I never thought that you could just say that
Wait, what are
she
you implying?
she's
Did
lying,
I die?
Mm-hmm.
and it works
I'm
the same
some
way.
kind of
Oh, well,
imposter?
okay. Maybe. I made a video about this, like the original game and this game, kind of that I told you not to watch because it's so spoilery.
I believe I'm having this
Oh, yeah?
You can
conversation with you.
watch it after
But
you
here
beat
we
this, and it's on the
Mhm.
channel. But it
Here,
kind of probes into some other theories I have here that are so crazy they probably won't do it. But
my scar.
I mean, they're trying to tell you right at the beginning that maybe Genova is appearing as Tifa.
After you
Right.
left, Zondon
Mhm.
found me. He's the one
You
who
know,
brought
they
me to
put
the
that in
crib.
your mind as soon as you
He
start this
risked his
game,
life
so it's
to get me
always
out
in the
the
back of your
reactor
mind.
and down the river. Wasn't
And
just
then
a
it
no,
comes
as
back
the
up again
doctor who
later, and
operated on me all night, and the nurses who
I don't know.
looked after
I'm
me for
I'm
days
thinking there
end.
might be
I'm
something
here
to
now
it.
because they were there for me then. And where were you again?
If they
In fact, where have you been?
if they did some sort of if they were looking for some sort of twist that doesn't totally ruin the story, I think that'd be
You know I can't tell you this.
something to do. But they'd have to explain, like,
Of course you can't.
they can't just do a MGS5 and say like, oh, Tifa was never Tifa.
Sorry. I just
That'd piss people off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that. I think it could be something else.
Hmm.
That's even weirder. Don't watch that video.
It would have to be weird, yeah.
It's what is it? Yeah, my aha moment in FF7. Don't watch that.
Aha moment.
I thought we could just pick up where we left off, like nothing had changed. But I guess I was wrong.
Aw.
So,
She
No, we
doesn't
can pick
like
up
him
where we
either.
left off.
was
Like
certain
I
it was
like how
so,
she's
but maybe
so
I've forgotten.
disappointed with this Cloud that she's talking to.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Like she isn't just head over heels over him.
Well, also a good thing about this is that
You two fight.
this game kind of enhances the relationship mechanic thing that was in the original technically.
We have enough
So
Yeah.
if you start off on a bad foot with Tifa, it incentivizes the player to fix it.
Hmm.
That's a good idea. It's a good idea. So
Yeah, yeah,
I wanted to fix it.
yeah.
Tomorrow is another
Leave it alone. I'm going to bed. Good night. Good night, Barrett.
Hey, don't go to bed. We're streaming.
Oh my god, this town is crazy. Like it's so detailed and dense and like overlapping onto itself.
It's
really
freaking
surprising.
calm too.
Yeah, no, it looks like it.
The fact that it's calm, it's just insane.
It looks like it's the place from the old game with
Uh-huh.
that. Final Fantasy VII has this super intriguing visual idea to it. Like, it's like these houses are like a Victorian style house, but then there's pipes and stuff everywhere. and there's cyberpunk stuff, and there's a 90s retro futurism to things, and the cars look like they're from the 50s.
Queen's blood?
Yeah,
It's interesting. It's
yeah.
like Blade Runner plus Fallout. It's really Blade Runner plus Fallout, but we kept around building
Nope.
designs from Victorian England. It's interesting, whatever it is.
Here's the best part of the game, Queen's Blood.
I prefer Triple Triad. I still think Triple Triad is better.
Yeah, I never
Triple
played Triple
Triad
Triad.
is- Triple Triad. I used to play a homebrew version of it that was just on its own
Mm-hmm.
and didn't have the game around it.
No, but this one's pretty good too.
It is good. I do like it.
It's got
It's better
a
than freaking Tetramaster.
yeah.
The
Well,
worst mini game they made was in
We
Final
don't-
Fantasy IX.
we don't talk
Awful.
about that one.
I hate that. Nobody likes it. Nobody understands it.
Nobody
the people who
understand.
understand it don't understand it.
Well,
Tetramaster.
yeah, like the it blew my mind when I saw a video on it, and I didn't know this, but I don't like if like I think it's kind of bizarre that no one seems to understand this based on based on context cues, but there's RNG in it.
Yeah,
When you put something
it
down,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
I know.
What happens is based on a random attack,
Yeah. What the hell kind of card game has a dice roll?
Was nothing.
It's stupid. Like, why
and
would-
where's the strategy in that case?
It's like you put down 10 and I put down a king, and we do a dice roll, and
Mhm.
the 10 wins. Nobody would play that. That's why nobody likes Tetramaster.
And why does no one know that it's random?
You can't tell.
'Cause
It just
it-
doesn't feel like it's that in the way in the game.
It's so confusing that you don't even know that a dice roll is taking place. That's what's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible.
Uruk's got a backbone.
But Queen's Blood is really intuitive, and the most importantly, in my opinion, is that the matches only take a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
It's like it's a mini game after all. It's not
yeah.
it's not an actual card game.
This place is so dense.
Yeah.
I love this place. Just walking around.
I take it our equipment isn't
Do your equipment is in order?
What are you doing here anyway?
It's got little
doing
nooks and
here?
crannies.
One can never be too careful with Shinra.
I don't think you'd appreciate the
I knew I
dog
was
call.
you.
They will get you nowhere.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
My problem, my original playthrough of this game was that I treated everybody too nice.
Yeah, I don't think that worked on it.
I treated everybody so nice that the game gave me the joke date with the gold saucer. Because
really?
yeah, everybody's relationship was about equal.
Hmm.
So if you do that, you end up with the joke date, and that's how I got it. And I liked the joke date though; it was good.
Oh, I hate to say it, but I think the game is steering me towards Aerith.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said the game is Aerith pilled as hell. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but
I think they're doing that to just set up part 3 where it just dunks on Aerith.
yeah, I guess so. But
Um,
was this meant to be?
there's some things later that would make you think twice about Aerith. But what is this meant to be? This is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth running on the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
it.
using HDMI capture, so I got the Steam Deck hooked up to my PC like a console, and because otherwise, like I wouldn't be able to stream it directly from the Steam Deck, and I just thought it might be interesting because it's like pretty limited hardware for this kind of game, and you can probably see right away that the pop-in is pretty bad and the resolution's pretty bad.
No, this is the Valve Steam Deck.
Yeah, Valve Steam Deck. I know all the other ones have a little more firepower, and they'd probably be able to handle this game a little better. But I think it's interesting too how they went out of their way to
Morning.
approve
Everyone's
FF7 Rebirth on the Steam Deck.
I noticed.
Because I think
Yeah, this game.
as a
Yeah, this game
Japanese
is.
game, they wanted Japanese players, and Japan likes the Steam Deck for some reason.
Yeah, the Steam Deck is crossing borders somehow. It's
Looks kinda like
interesting.
the water tower
Um,
in Nibelheim.
Right?
yeah, this looks great,
Who
dude.
would
Yeah,
think how
it
much it meant
does
to
look
them?
fun. That's the thing, is that
Still there.
we're hitting this point where these games just look kind of okay,
Yeah,
no matter what you're playing it on. We're
I
getting
think
to that
now's a good
point.
time to show this off. So, like, the only reason this game looks alright is because it's using upsampling. And if you turn that off... Hold on, where is it? Oh,
And how is the frame rate on this for you?
PAA. It's 30. It's a pretty solid 30.
Okay.
See, this is what it normally looks like. It's actually spoofing a 720p image, and it's running at... this has got to be like 360p.
Okay.
It's actually kind of wild. Like these AI tools have evolved a lot. Like we said before, like the future seems to be just spoofing frames, like frame gen and DLSS and all that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
As I remember on my old potato PC, I played Doom 2016 and could barely handle it, and this is what it looked like.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I wonder, are we gonna get to this point where we're so good? Like, what's gonna happen with hardware sales if we get so good at spoofing frames and spoofing resolution that anything will run anything? Like, what's gonna happen? How are they gonna sell GPUs?
Yeah. So yeah, this is the upsampling it normally uses. DAU. I don't know what it is, but I also installed a mod to include DLSS, and we can look at that too. This is a little bit sharper. You can actually drag and drop DLSS into games that don't actually support it. That's kind of nutty too. And here's like here's the menu. Hold on, I gotta hook up a mouse for this. Just one sec.
Yeah, you can't imagine Doom 2016 on Max. I played it when it came out around Max on my PC. It was awesome. It did look really good, and the game was very well optimized from what I could tell, just for what it was. Of course, nothing is optimized now, but especially if the system requirements and stuff were just released for Doom, the Dark Ages, and it doesn't look like it has that id magic. I'll tell you that right now. It looks like it requires a beefy machine for a game that, looks like it could have came out 5 years ago, to be honest. But such is life. C'est la vie, as they say.
Okay. Yeah, so here's the mod. So I can pick, I don't know what any of this crap is, but I can turn on frame gen on the Steam Deck, which is kind of strange. It's like I always thought frame gen was built into the GPU, but apparently you can just do this. The UI is stuttery, but it yeah, it's laggy too. But it's frame gen, like it's obviously working. And you could do this too. Debug view, I like this. See, like in the top left corner, I think that's like the Z buffer or something. Oh no, the top middle is the Z buffer.
Mm-hmm.
It goes
Kinda
through
getting
all
a
this.
flashback.
It goes through all these stages to estimate, estimate what the frame should look like based on the frame before and the frame after.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's really unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm getting a just looking at the corners. I'm getting a flashback to like weird ass colors for the FF7 menu. Remember
It
that?
does kind of look
How you
like
could
that.
Yeah, it does
Huh.
remind me of that. Oh god, I hope you can do that in part 3.
Oh god, that'd be
Go
crazy.
back to weird ass color gradient shit for your menu background.
Hmm.
Or you can use that to just make it blue. Like the exact old blue. That'd be cool.
The poor thing. This poor thing. It has no idea how long this game is. It's gonna have to put up with this for a lot longer. As long as it doesn't get fried, we're good. Anyway, I gotta turn this off. Oh, there we go. My keyboard! Ugh.
My B chord.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave on DLSS for a bit. I think it looks better. I'm not super sure.
Yeah. So what you been doing?
Why, waiting for you, of course.
You have?
Got business with the bookstore? If so, I won't keep you. But if you're free afterwards, wanna climb the clock tower together?
Just think in the original.
If I have to.
in the-
If I have.
just think about how in the original
You got a
game
real way with words.
we'd be like
You're lucky I
trying to
spent the
walk
night
past the
listening.
Midgar Zolam right
Sounds
now.
like a good idea. I'll go get the ticket. I'll meet you in
The
front of
Midgar
tower.
Zolam, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what we call it back in the day, but
Mhm.
it's obviously a mistranslation. But they kept some of the mistranslations in this, like
Yeah.
Climb Hazard.
Climb hazard, yeah.
Hey there. Look at, I think, well, customization. But I think you'll pick
I'm waiting for Proud Claude. I want to see what they do with that.
quick enough.
Wasn't
Let's give it a try.
that in remake somewhere
And that's
in the
about all
first
we
part?
Oh, was it?
May not
Huh.
seem like
Let me
it
see.
yet, but you'll see.
Why is Claude so proud? No, not that way.
While the Proud Claude does not make a physical appearance in FF7 Remake, it is possible to fight a previous iteration called the Pride and Joy prototype.
Seen plenty of that, but saying that
Okay.
like,
And in
I could show you.
or Proud Clad Unit 0,
See?
Oh.
which bears strong resemblance to the Proud Claude. Yeah,
Oh.
so we are going with Proud Clad. It's somewhere
Yeah.
in the files it's called Proud Clad or something in remake.
I played a
But it's-
revised fan retranslation, and they made a Proud Clad.
Hmm.
So I guess that's
Some
canon.
of these mistranslations are so baked into people's minds that they just can't change it though.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be Climb Hazard. It's that in Smash Bros too.
Yeah.
Let's get started then, shall we?
So is Braver in your translation?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank God, because I love that. It just sounds cool.
What do you think it was supposed to be?
I don't know, Blazer, but
Eh.
I don't know. There's no V, as far as I know. In Japan, there's no V and Z confusion.
Yeah.
It's usually L and R. But
So it could be Vraber.
I think mid
For all we
Yeah.
know.
I love Braver though. I just think it sounds cool. Yeah, the original translation was kind of messed, but
Funny, isn't it?
All those
I'm so
pillars
used
look a
to
little
it.
fucked up.
It just makes sense to me. I'm so used to it.
Mm-hmm.
It is far away.
So, did something happen between you and Tifa?
Hmm?
Don't look so shocked. We're roommates, you know.
She say something?
Not about you two, no. Still, I can tell. I would have given anything to have a friend when I was growing up. Don't take her for granted.
Oh,
Oh no.
the Shin rods are back.
Yeah, we needed we needed an explanation for why the party can't stay here.
Yeah. Because since this is a rebirth, they just want to fuck around for hours. It's like play mini games and play soccer with dogs. Because apparently that's so important.
I do like that mini game. It is fun.
It is fun, yeah.
Okay, we need to go in here as loud and as fast as possible to ensure that the public sentiment is dead against us all the time.
Yeah.
Maximize the public's distrust of Shinra, please.
Mhm.
Okay. In reality, you wouldn't even know they were here. They'd just be everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. You're already caught.
I don't think Shinra can repair their public image at this rate anyway. It's like they've
Didn't Rufus say something like that when he became the president? He said, like, we're going to rule with fear, or something. Didn't he say something cartoonishly insane like that?
yeah. And like when you put when you ask a chat GPT in this universe, like, what are some real examples of totalitarianism? It says Shinra, and then it deletes it and says, "Oh, this is beyond our scope."
Mm.
That's how it is.
Yeah, and the guy who teaches you about cards or something also sneaks you out of the town.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting use of doubling up on things, which is always good. Like how rings are your health in Sonic, or coins became your health in Mario 64.
Yeah.
Just double up every time you can. Don't introduce shit you don't need.
Speaking of the NPCs, like, a lot of them fit, but does that, like, Kyrie girl give you a weird vibe?
Yeah, she's not from 1997.
Like, she's not that. She's not an FF7 character, and
You can just tell.
like, she also gives this impression of a. You know how there's always that mascot girl that like has her own theme song and everything.
Yeah.
She's not that kind of character. Like, she's not interesting enough to have that kind of stuff, but she does anyway, and that always bugs me.
She's just something Nomura drew and just has got to be in there. Just feels like it. It's got.
Yeah.
If you look at its design, it has a lot of derivative shit in her design that Nomura likes. It's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
She's just one of many characters in this that is clearly not from the 90s. You can tell.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, like, aren't that important, so you can ignore them. But
Did you notice
this one keeps
that,
coming back.
like 90s characters, they're not super detailed. They don't wear a bunch of useless stuff you don't need. They don't have like like a keychain on one ankle or something. You know, they tend not to. Did you notice that like the majority of characters in this game don't have sleeves? Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Barrett, one day I was playing this game and I just looked around. I was like, you guys don't have sleeves. Barrett doesn't have sleeves. Cloud doesn't. Tifa doesn't. Yuffie doesn't. Red 13's a dog and he doesn't. I was just thinking about that. What's with the sleevelessness? Like, you don't see this much sleevelessness in real life.
Where are they?
Down below, waiting for you.
This guy's got sleeves. He's sleeve pilled.
Tunnel in the basement will take you
It's
outside.
just something that they accidentally established with the way the universe looks in FF7. That's interesting. A lot of people just don't have sleeves.
Hmm.
He'd be happy to help you.
It's kind of a 90s thing, too.
Also,
Like, if you look at comic characters from this time,
Yeah.
like, a lot of them have, like,
converts raw materials into
that sort of
more
vesty,
Republican
sleeveless shirt,
still works.
Yeah.
and maybe some scars on the shoulders,
More
and
use out of it than me.
maybe a wife beater. Turtlenecks, too. Those things are gone.
Could have just turned us in.
Yeah, they could have. But this town and I have a history with Shinra. Who knows? Maybe this will turn out to be the worst decision I've ever made. So before I change my mind, we better get going.
You know, that bounty money could do you a lot.
Yeah. How about you tell us, tell them we're somewhere we're not, and take the bounty money. Something, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
There's got to be some way to trick it. I don't know. To get both, get the
There's
bounty
this-
money and set it free.
Yeah, there's this woman in Junon that does exactly that, and
Yeah.
Well-
I was thinking of that.
she rats you out.
All in one piece?
She literally rats you out and tells them exactly where you are, but she just like
For the
bets on the fact that they'll screw it up and not catch you.
On a date. Kind of.
Yeah, it
And
gets a little crazier than that.
You're
later,
supposed
won't
to just
spoil.
accept it.
Yeah, it gets something else happens.
at least till things
Not with her, but with another character.
Oh yeah.
So Aerith is the first to grab Cloud's arm. Right? People
got that.
like are taking note of this stuff. See how Cloud looks at Tifa and flexes his arm like that?
Mhm.
Everyone's talking about every little thing you've seen happen in this. People are like adding it up in their brain to try to figure out
Yeah.
like who. I'm serious. I know a bunch. People are using, since the PC version came out, they're using a free camera to look at Cloud's expression when he looks at each character when he's not facing the camera normally, to see who he's
Nice.
looking at more and stuff like that. It's insane.
Where
Uh-huh.
did you go?
People can't accept it. They think it's like, oh, after 30 years, I finally have another chance.
No, that's the only way to get an accurate metric. If you want the shipping stats on this game.
But when he hugs Aerith, and you use the free camera mod and switch to look at Cloud's face, you can clearly tell that he snuggles Aerith like one more time than he does Tifa in the date. So there, like, all this stuff is real. I'm not making this shit up.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
This is what people are doing right now.
Oh no, because this game FF7 broke people's brains back in the day. Like I don't know why it never had the same effect in Japan, but in the West, like they saw Sephiroth walk into the fire, and they just thought, all right, I guess I'm asexual now. I guess I just need to.
Tumblr sexy man.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
just
we all said
draw
in
draw this
1997.
guy naked for the rest of my life.
We didn't know about Tumblr, but everyone said Tumblr sexy man.
Uh huh.
Tumblr, that should be a website. We should make that. How do you spell that? I don't know. TUMBL. Leave out the E and just have R. We got it.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at it.
Here's your moment
It's so
where
green.
this is supposed to be where you first leave Midgar in the original game.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling of seeing the open world.
Yeah,
on
you
the
never get
original
it.
PlayStation. You don't get that in remake, and they saved it for right now, kind of.
Breathing
Mhm.
the planet. Even after everything we've done to it.
Cause like
And then Aerith has to
Strong.
Aerith has to just remind us that no, this is world's still in danger. Don't worry.
yeah,
Don't get your hopes up.
we may have accidentally we had to make the
Guess I
world look nice. We couldn't just make it all look shitty.
For starters, how do we cross these plains?
Yeah, if this game came out now, it would look like Fallout.
That's
Mhm.
easy. The same way you get anywhere. Pick a direction and start walking. Left, your left, right.
Bear's just gonna go somewhere. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going.
Oh man, I love it when people sandbag Barrett's bits. They don't like he casts his line and nobody bites.
Let's go.
I love that you can look back at Calm and those planes are still there. It's pretty cool.
And
Yeah.
there it was, the first step on our new journey. You coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Aerith, that's enough.
You know,
Shut up, Aerith.
stop telling me what to think.
All right.
I was saying how Red never gets any screen time unless it's time to smell something. He's just like he's the smell
Yeah.
hound for a while.
Yeah, well, you'll get to Cosmo Canyon. so-
I know, I'm looking forward to it. But like, until then, and like in the original, like he never gets any screen time, right?
Yeah, he
but,
just kind of drops off after a while and does nothing.
Yeah. So like we'll see more from these characters, but
Yeah, if they don't add something to Part 3,
Right about those
he will have nothing to do in Part 3.
How can
Story-wise, he has nothing to do.
oh, that's
so they should
weird.
really... Yeah, they gotta give him something in Part
Yeah.
3. If you remember the original, after Cosmo Canyon, he just kind of is a character that's just around.
Mhm.
Kinda-
If they're attacking, what does it matter?
That's kind of yeah. You see this event where they're talking about the difference between animals and fiends.
Yeah.
I didn't get this until like all the way down here in the swamp.
Oh.
So there are multiple spots where that can trigger.
They should tell us the difference between animals and Pokemon. I'd like to know that.
And of course, like the open world format can't survive without crafting. Devs have
why do
just
we need
decided that.
so much? Why do we need that? I don't even really know if it needs to be here. It doesn't... It's not that great. I did... There's certain items you can only get through crafting, and I did all that, of course, but it wasn't
Yeah.
that fun. Oh.
It's just kind of. I've only been using the crafting to like get a couple extra potions, and like once you get 99 of something, you have to spend them on something.
Like, there's some quests that give you a certain item, and that's the only way, if you get those items, you can transmute them into this one item. That's the only way to get it. So there's that stuff, but
Here goes.
yeah.
You.
Look at the amount of shit you would have to learn if you just started here. It's insane.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to figure this? You just quit. You just give up. Like, you'd be
All
scared.
these dudes have different control schemes.
They all work different. Like,
Yeah,
and
here's
they
what
don't
I'm talking
do
about.
a lot on their own. Characters just characters in this game. This is good, but characters in this game are stupid. They
Mhm.
attack and guard, and that's it. When you're not controlling them, that's the way it should be,
Yeah.
because it has to be like the original game. Like, you have to manage all your characters, or this isn't Final Fantasy VII, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really agree with those people complaining that the other characters are stupid. They're supposed to be stupid.
It does get a little weird though when you I find I have to switch characters like say I get Cloud to do Braver. Then the optimal thing to do would be to switch to another character and just mash square so that they get some ATB up, because otherwise they're not going to get any ATB on their own. I think like maybe the idle ATB speed recovery speed should be higher or something, so that
Yeah.
you can leave. Like it's really a bad problem with Aerith in particular, because
Yeah,
when
Aerith, in my mind, like, people who are really good with Aerith say she's good, but I never got it. I hate Aerith.
not
Just
just
the
that
gameplay
though,
wise. gameplay wise.
Yeah, but not just that though. It's really hard to build ATB with Aerith.
Yeah,
So like, what's the point of this insane casting capability if he could never cast anything?
every character. It seems like every character, if you're really good, they can like one shot thing. Well, not one shot. They can solo shit if you're really good at it. But
Hmm.
in my mind, Aerith is low tier. Even though there's some stuff that's really powerful with her, I don't like. I don't like her.
And like
That's just how it is.
Barrett is a better ranged character and almost like a better support character in some ways.
Better, in my mind, Barrett is the most. He's the most well-rounded mid-tier character in the game.
Hmm.
I think he's good in every party. That's just how I think.
Yeah,
after
I
having
think so
played it
too.
much. I think Red 13's low tier. Cloud is high tier because if you just like shit, you can equip some shit on him so that he can be at like limit level 3 right off the bat,
Wait, what's this
almost, and he
marker?
can finishing touch is crazy, and he's not like. He's not S tier. Like in my mind, Yuffie is S tier. Cloud is A tier.
Huh?
Barrett is B tier. Tifa is, I don't know, like a low A tier, be high B.
Hmm.
I can't wait to see Sid. In part
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
What are you gonna do with a
They got-
dragoon character?
They gotta give him something.
You were
The
talking
dragoon
about,
the dragoon jump thing is gonna be interesting because like maybe he's probably just gonna get removed from the party while he's in the air.
yeah, jump is in this game as a materia, but
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna be when Sid is a dragoon, so obviously it's gonna be different when he does it. Like when he does the dragoon jump, I imagine it would be something like you jump up and then the camera pans, like it aims down, and you select where you want to land with the little reticle,
Yeah.
and then
Ah.
and then you go back to controlling a different character who sees that reticle on the ground.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. That sounds interesting. I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Vincent too. Vincent's gonna be playable in part 3, and he can transform. So I don't know what the hell's gonna happen there.
Oh, here's this guy.
Yeah.
I feel like this character highlights
Thanks again for the ride to calm.
highlights the clash between realism and anime character design.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at his hair and his beard, it's all it's anime style. Like it's his beard is pointing in certain directions and made up of
Yeah.
exactly 3 points. Like it's not realistic.
You know someplace we can hunker down?
His face is so
This is-
old and wrinkly.
Yeah. This is the guy that I think they hitchhiked with when they first left Com.
Yeah.
That happened between remake and this game.
Yeah. He says that here.
Yeah, we bothered to explain this to people who never played the original, but
Hmm.
there's no freaking way you're gonna be playing this without having played remake.
Yeah.
Welcome
Okay,
to the
so down
grass
here.
biome. I
I'm
love
not-
grass
I'm not dealing with
biome.
that guy. Grass biome. This place just looks like every first area in every open world game.
Yeah, they don't want to scare you too much.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, if they showed like the deserts and the mountains from later in the game, players would just have a seizure. It's like, what is, huh? Where's my
Yeah, I don't
grassland?
understand. The first area, I know it's a 2D game and it's not, it's not as striking as a modern 3D game would be. But the first area in Final Fantasy VI is Nourish, which is snowy. So
Oh yeah,
something-
the snowy steampunk village. That's awesome.
So if we had a Final Fantasy VI remake, the first biome would be snow.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
That thing Shinra's? Looks like. But definitely an older model.
From back when they were duking it out with the Republic.
There's just so many things pulling you in different directions in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just walk and oh wait, what? I'm in a quest already for finding treasure.
Yeah.
What the hell? What is this? God, I love how this transitions into like foggy slop land here. It's so cool. I love being here. And just Swamp Town. We're going into where the Midgar Zolam is.
Yeah. They're getting closer and closer to making a forest that looks like real forest too, but they'll never ever be able to show that accurately.
They'll never go all the way because you'll have to be between trees that are less than a foot apart.
Yeah, that's really.
You're just never gonna see it.
It's not convenient for gameplay, and it's not comfortable for the player. And it's extremely expensive computationally, so there's no point.
Yeah, I know. We'll never see it. It's really shocking. The forest is annoying and nasty when you're in it in real life.
Yeah.
And there's just shit to trip over, and the trees are too close together, and ugh.
I mean, we could.
Let's not.
Then maybe we swim it.
Just go into the middle of the swamp, save, leave the game, open it again, and when you load the save, the Midgar Zolam will be further away, and then you can just walk through.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Save trick.
That's how you do.
Yeah.
So just give Bill the word, and he'll pick you out.
What's it called here? Like the Midgard Sormer?
Yeah. Midgard Zormer or something like that. I think that's probably closer to what it should have been, but whatever.
Why is Cloud so
Yeah.
hesitant to get chocobos? Like, he knows chocobos are fast. He just doesn't.
Let's go rent them bird.
Cloud,
Every area
Cloud
in
just
this
hates
game-
fun.
Every area in this game has its own chocobo to get.
Yeah.
So this is your default chocobo, and then you get the one that climbs walls and the one that does something else. And I don't want to tell you what the later ones do, but
Well, yeah, I haven't seen him yet. I've gotten the buggy though.
okay.
The
that's
buggy's good.
cool. I love the. I can't believe the buggy's in this game.
Yeah.
Like it does in the original game, it does nothing, and it's there for a second, and they bothered to put it in and program it right and make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Why bother? Why did they do it? They did it.
I think this is like, oh, I can't activate the chocobo
Yeah, until
stalls.
you get a chocobo.
Yeah. But I think it's hilarious how long it takes for Cloud to pick
I
those things
know.
up.
God, it's just too. It's a little too
comical.
long.
Yeah. A lot of animations are just time wasters. Sometimes I honestly think like it takes so long to get up one of those Ubisoft towers and activate them. Sometimes I think it would even be faster just to search out the things yourself.
Pleasure to see y'all again. And welcome to my humble ranch.
Dude needs a
Managed to
trim.
get your truck fixed?
Serious trim.
Indeed I did. You must have been my lucky charms. She started up right after you left. Anywho, what can I do you for? You in the market for some fine-feathered friends by any chance?
Are we ever? Need 'em to get through the swamplands.
Then you have come to the right place. Back in the day, we had Republic ferries to get us from A to B. But now they're nothing but driftwood, sadly. We got the next best thing, though. Chocobos.
Chocobos.
To them, a bottomless bog's no worse than a kiddie pool. Now, ladies, you're probably wondering, what gives these birds the power to glide across swamps with ease? Would you believe that their fluffy feathers give them the buoyancy to float, while their limber legs can outrun a motorboat? Not even the dreaded Midgard Sormer, one of the fastest fiends around, can keep up with them.
My God.
But you don't need convincing. You just need pointing to a hard-working chocobo.
I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking of how much energy he's wasting doing this
So, can we
for
rent
some
some?
reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's so pointless. I'm thinking of, like, that's like an entire hamburger worth of energy you've just spent, like, explaining why chocobos can go through swamps.
Man, I need to go eat 3 bags of Takis to get that back. Damn. Imagine if people thought about exercise in reverse like that, where they exercised and then thought about what they had to eat to fix it.
Sorry, Pops, but you're out of
I just went for a jog, now I gotta get a milkshake.
Yeah, it's like reverse dieting, where you make sure your weight stays the same even though you love jogging. It's like the opposite of how it is all the time.
Yeah.
People despise exercise.
Humans don't want to do it. Humans,
They hate it so much because, like,
because
a lot
yeah,
of
it's because
a lot of the grits in human history are relate to being able to diet without moving, and a lot of that
Yeah.
involves like just giving up on food and just like drinking salt water instead and shit like that.
It's coming. It's coming.
People
We
would
have
rather
Ozempic.
starve themselves than just go out for a
Have you
jog every now and then.
Have you seen Ozempic?
Ozempic?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the word, but I don't know what.
Did you see all these celebrities being really thin all of a sudden?
Yeah.
You notice this?
Okay.
That's what it is. They're all on Ozempic.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is the. I mean, I don't know. It could be totally cancer in 5 seconds, but this seems to be the wonder drug people are waiting for centuries.
Oh.
It kills your appetite. You just don't
Oh.
want to eat. You take Ozempic and you just don't want to eat anymore.
Weird.
And it makes the quote unquote food noise go away. This is the first time I've ever heard the phrase food noise. I was like, what the hell is that? But apparently people who have a really bad problem with overeating say they get food noise, where they're just trying to concentrate on something and food is talking to them or something.
Yeah.
And people who said they were on Ozempic and it made the food noise go away. And they said they went off it and the food noise came back. And then somebody said that a knock-on effect of Ozempic is that it makes you better to more easily quit drugs. It makes drug noise go away.
Huh.
It's pretty crazy, this Ozempic shit.
That's interesting. If that works, that's
it is.
That's a big
seems
deal.
too good to be true. I don't know. I'm freaked out about it, but a lot of people are on it. Like,
yeah.
Now that I mention it, you're gonna see it everywhere.
It goes without saying, but getting rid of food noise is great, but people are gonna use it just to kill their appetite and make it so that they eat half as much as they should be.
Oh,
that's
there's
inevitable.
There's people who shouldn't be on it that are on it because they got it through some shenanigans. Like, you can get it. You need to be prescribed it, but you can get it if you got money. You can do the lab.
Well, yeah,
trick.
it's a drug, of course. Yeah.
There's people who get it. What you can do apparently is if you know how to make the right documentation up, you can pretend that you're from a lab.
Oh yeah.
And you can get it cheaper, and not through a doctor, and you can take the lab doses of it. That's how some people are doing it. They're forging the lab document shit and pretending they're a scientist to get it.
That's yeah.
But sounds dangerous. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. But it's absolutely everywhere now.
Keep it down.
Pray.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may have finally conquered fat. I don't know. but
Yeah,
it's
that would
people will
would
do, like you
certainly be a
said,
big deal.
people will do anything not to exercise because I think the reason why we don't like it is because
It's pointless.
probably, well,
There's no
thousands of years
reward
ago,
mechanism involved.
well, it was probably dangerous thousands of years ago.
Oh,
If
maybe,
you were
yeah.
exercising, what were you doing? Hunting. If you were hunting, what was happening? You were probably around when there was a tiger around, right?
Hmm.
Et cetera, et cetera. You can go into all the different evolutionary reasons why exercising is actually not to your advantage. Like, what would be like? Look, evolutionarily speaking, what's to your advantage? Stay completely still, right, and harvest a crop that replenishes itself immediately.
Hmm.
That's the dream human thing. Like, you evolved to want the maximum benefit for the least amount of effort because that ensured your survival. So if you could possibly sit still and wait for a potato to come out of a vending machine every hour,
Hmm.
you probably would.
Yeah.
You'd probably be surprised how many people would sit there and choose to be alone with the potato.
Hmm.
Like that monkey choosing to be alone with the cocaine.
Yeah.
That's what I was referencing. That's what I was referencing. Like, you can break a monkey's brain like that. Like, so you can probably do it to a human. Like, well, wow, you guys will really put up with a really, 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 really poor standard of life if it means it's secure and fast.
Hmm.
Yes, we will. We will. That's
Mhm.
the problem. I will sit here in my apartment and wait for DoorDash.
Well, yeah, yeah,
I'm good.
you can see people spending using DoorDash for every single meal, which is like that's like half your salary right there for most people.
Yeah.
Unless you're living paycheck to paycheck, which would mean like you're going into debt, which I'm sure that's happening too. Just for DoorDash. But
I can't imagine. Like, I was wondering. I wondered this like a few years ago, and I've been rolling it around in my brain like a snowball. Let's just say I was like the sultan of reality, and I could just make anything I wanted to have happen. And I said, okay, listen, everybody, we have a new rule, and this will work. Just grant me that this will work immediately. Okay. How many of you people here in this room would volunteer and allow yourself? You're going to live in a little zoo, a little cage, right?
mhm.
You have Netflix, you have whatever you want. You have a computer that connects to all these different services. You live in this little cube. Every day we bring you whatever fast food slop you want once a day, and you're not allowed to have a job. You're not allowed to have friends. You're not allowed to go outside, and you just shit in your little toilet there. How many people would volunteer to do that?
I think plenty.
Yeah, isn't that weird though?
Like if you're
Like, I was thinking, like, man, a lot of you people would probably. What percentage of the human like species would say okay to that? I think it's probably be alarmingly high.
yeah, like I'd say personally I'm kind of halfway there because
Yeah, I know.
I've been
'Cause you
getting
get old.
like
You get old and you realize how much life sucks, and you start to think about how do I assemble my life so I just sit in a little zoo cage.
yeah,
How
but
do I do
like
that?
yeah, like I've been getting by with the uh I mean it's like it's a cell phone, but I've been getting by with almost no social interaction for years now, and
Yeah.
it like it's like I could do without more, you know what I mean by that? Like
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
doing fine.
Yeah,
And
I
I
know.
think if
Isn't that weird?
if I had the same attitude towards food, because like I'm really stingy about food, then yeah, that'd be like the monkey with the cocaine situation almost.
I would. eh, The monkey chooses to be alone with the Steam Deck.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what's
I was
happening,
thinking
yeah.
about this. I think about this a lot. Like, I think like people are the new hot thing to complain about is that nobody has social interaction, and like nobody goes out anywhere or does anything anymore. And I see people talk about that stuff, and I was wondering
Mhm.
if people could go with even less. Can we go even less? Like,
Yeah, I
imagine
don't know
telling
about that.
somebody this. imagine telling somebody 100 years ago that, like, in 100 years, people are going to be playing games with just how little they can do.
Just
You guys
based on
willingly waste your life in
yeah.
the future. Yep, we do that.
Well, that's just WoW players. But
Yeah.
I think based on what people are saying on Reddit, and I know Reddit is in real life, and what people are saying, like what streamers are saying and stuff like that, is that I think the status quo is the bare minimum right now. Like, people are just getting enough social interaction to get by, and some people are more okay with it than others. Some people have like a tinge of guilt or dissatisfaction, and that's like the cyberpunk dystopia vibe that you get on Reddit, and
Yeah.
but yeah, anything less and we're screwed. That's my take
Yeah.
on it.
People are looking at like a pie chart in their life, and they're saying, "Okay, well, we can take that out. We can take that. We can take that out. Okay, that can go.
Yeah.
That can go." It's like, but guys, I get DoorDash once a week. I don't have a car. I only have to work one job. It's great, and I've never been to a party before. I've never talked to anybody.
Yeah, well,
What do you mean? I don't talk to anybody at work. I just go in and do my business. That's like the game of the future. Isn't that crazy?
hmm
I wasn't born to have things. I was born to see what I could do without.
yeah. I think we got I think something that I don't know what field it is, anthropology or what, like social sciences, but those
Yeah, I know
people
what you
should be
mean.
looking at right now is how people behave during COVID. I'm sure there's a lot of people studying that
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
they love that because I know that these people, like, I don't know, like psychologists and stuff like that, always talk about the golden age of psychology, which was when they didn't have rules, and they say it like not that jokingly because you can't learn anything in psychology anymore.
hmm
So basically, what they're saying is that the quantum leap in psychological understanding that happened before we had rules uh, unlocked so much stuff, and they learned hundreds of years of knowledge in 5 years, and now it takes us decades to get like one day worth of knowledge because you're not allowed to hurt people that much.
Uh-huh.
So that there was a golden age of psychology where you could just torture people and figure shit out, and they just can't do anything like that now. So, if we
Oh
had
yeah,
if we
there was
had a certain amount of torture, imagine what we could learn.
uh-huh.
In that case, I see no reason not to begin at once.
Yeah, there was this thing about the satanic panic when psychologists were embedding false memories into people's brains, and
They will do that. Yeah.
they'd make a kid believe that they were abducted by cultists, and
Yeah,
they'd actually think so.
Yeah. It's a huge development in psychology. Like, do you remember like 15 years ago when Facebook said that they ran an experiment without telling people to see if they can make people mad? Do you remember that?
Well, they're good at it now.
No, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like they admitted it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so it's interesting because you don't get to run experiments anymore, right? You just can't learn.
Well, you
anything in
can't run
psychology
experiments and tell anybody.
anymore. So people are probably going to be studying the whole COVID thing for a long time because it's just fascinating that we know now that when things really go south, what people want is toilet paper. I never would have guessed it, but they really like being able to wipe their ass.
Uh-huh.
So now that I know, if anything happens, I'll just get some toilet paper, and there you go.
Yeah, the
And
toilet
then
paper
immediately sell it
hysteria.
for something good.
We're gonna be talking about the toilet paper hysteria for years, I think.
Yeah,
Because it's
toilet
such a
paper situation is crazy.
it's such a small and simple thing. There was a theory there was a rumor in Australia that there was going to be a toilet paper shortage, and it never happened.
No.
Yet it spread to the rest of the world. It became so prolific that it caused a toilet paper shortage.
Yeah, what you're talking about is the age-old problem of a bank run where somebody hears that this bank is in trouble, so they take their money out,
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody else is like, "You took your money out of the bank? I'll do that." And
Like a
eventually,
stock
the
market
bank,
crash, yeah.
yeah, that's what that is. It's a type of a bank run, and it's like
Ah, damn it.
humans,
Never mind.
humans left to their own devices will create self-fulfilling prophecies like that. They just will.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting.
Well, because whether there's enough toilet paper at the store depends on how many people are buying it. And if too many people are buying it preparing for a shortage, then every place is going to be out. It's impossible to correct that kind of thing.
I remember somebody saying, who was from Bosnia, and there was like a civil war or something like that, like 30 years ago in Bosnia. It's this place in Europe somewhere, I don't know. And he said that like everything was perfect one day, and then the next day it just wasn't. Like everything was fine, and then it was just a nightmare in one day. To think about that. And he said he worked at a gas station or something, and when things started going south, he bought a bunch of Bic lighters, you know, lighters.
Yeah.
And he said he just lived like a king, like he was just a warlord because he had lighters.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody wanted them because think about it, you get a little bit of light, right, to see. You can light your smoke, you can create a fire, you can take the gas out even and use it for something else. And he said that was just the most amazing thing ever. So another thing you should think about is getting lighters, as well as toilet paper, and cans of tuna is apparently good too.
Can't believe I failed that. That's amazing.
This guy said that like a can of tuna, it became like money because it was such a trustworthy food. Like the can of tuna is such a trustworthy source of protein, and you trust it in its quality because it's packed so well, and it's in a can, and it's small, and it's easy to throw around.
Yeah.
That it became like money. And he said that like one can of tuna, he said that you could sleep with whatever prostitute you wanted and her whole family, and it with one can. He said with one can of tuna, he said you could sleep with all of them for one can.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Anyway, yeah, so I got to get the cans, I got to get the lighters, and I got to get the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And then a distant fourth will be worrying about defending myself from looters.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, not looters. When it really becomes when it really goes shitty, you call them marauders.
Yeah, yeah. Like Doom
We
Eternal.
prefer the term marauder. Okay.
That's
what we prefer. So we're not looters. We're marauding. Okay.
Just skipping right through, not doing any of the optional stuff. Ah, shit.
No turning back.
Remember how there was an entire game in Midgar? Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. It's crazy that any of this exists. Feels like yesterday that they, when they put out that stupid little teaser for the little tech demo for the PS3 and everyone freaked out. And then they had to say that, oh no, FF7 remake isn't coming out. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a long road, isn't it? Oh my gosh. It's been a while.
I say like it. Yeah, I said it feels like yesterday, but no, it really doesn't. That was a long time
That
ago.
was that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, where am I going? Oh yeah, the
Remember
swamps.
what I thought was about getting old? What's weird about it is that as you get older, the distance of your memory from now increases, and like, so when you're 10, you can't remember 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
When you're 20, you can remember 10 years ago, and then when you're 30, you can remember 20 years ago, and but there had to have been a point when you were, say, 10, and you couldn't remember like 6 years ago because you were 4. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was blurry. So can you remember when you were young enough that your memory was blurry? That's just something I was thinking about, you know? Like, if you ask a kid who's 10, what was going on when you were 3? That'd be hard for them to answer because it's blurry.
Well, yeah, I do
But
remember.
now-
I do remember playing D&D one time, and I was 4 years old playing D&D, and I got abducted by a cult, and they made me drink my best friend's blood, and they said it was
Okay.
for some guy named Moloch or something.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Tell
like
me
I
more
keep
about
telling
this.
people, and they don't believe me.
Tell me more.
Well,
Why don't you point to this doll where he touched you?
there's this guy named Sephiroth,
Oh, okay.
and
Where did he
I
touch
swear
you
to
on this
God,
doll?
I swear to God, this Sephiroth guy killed my best friend Tifa. And
Oh my gosh. She's back though. How'd you come back?
let me tell you, I was a massive badass back then. Like, I was the coolest
you
guy
were?
ever. Like
Oh, man, you were
I
so
was
cool.
I was fighting toe to toe with Sephiroth, the legendary soldier. Oh man, I was so cool.
Are we gonna beat this boss in the first try, I wonder?
No, no, it's pretty hard. I think.
I didn't beat this the first try.
Yeah. I scraped by, but I haven't even checked my materia yet.
We're going into this without knowing what's going on with the material. Okay. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Not the chocobos. They had to make this in the mandatory boss. It's like they couldn't put in the effort to make this a FF7 remake style boss without putting it straight in your path.
I like how when the camera first starts in this battle, it looks like the old game.
Yeah.
So they're standing there looking up at that thing. That's pretty cool.
Don't overdo it. Going in.
So it's my turn?
What's it weak to?
I forget.
You'll see.
Do you have scan?
Hold on. Arcane Ward. There we go.
Well, it used to be called scan.
Yeah, it's
Looks something
assess
else
now.
Yeah, dang it. What was wrong with
Let's
scan?
just double check. Frost. Okay. It's voice. Feast. Don't feast on me. Ow. Ow. Damn, that was close. Snap. Oh, snap. Wait.
Nobody says that anymore.
Okay,
Oh,
you
snap.
have arrow.
What the hell is arrow? There's no wind magic in the original game. That's not real.
There wasn't? Oh yeah.
No, it's the original game. It's ice, fire, and bolt. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no freaking Fundaga or whatever. It's Bolt 3.
Yeah.
Bolt
Every
1, Bolt 2, Bolt 3. Okay.
arrow was always special in Final Fantasy. Like it always took a little more MP and it had some special properties, but in this game it's just
Yeah, you're
another.
not wrong.
Man, I am screwed. I should have just gave Aerith the healing. Pray.
Do you have desperation attacks yet? Like where you can get help from your people in the back
Shit.
row?
Back row.
Like the people that aren't in the fight right now. You know how sometimes they'll help you when you're
Oh
dying?
yeah.
Maybe we'll get one of those. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Barrett and Tifa are just sitting there.
I'll take care of you.
Yeah, pray.
You're back.
Do you have a Phoenix down? Cloud has a
let me
limit break
see.
waiting to go off.
Well, I need ATB first, and I'm playing Aerith, so that's not gonna happen. Hold on. Okay, well, you can do it. I got 3.
Do you have a ward for Aerith that increases her ATB?
No. I only have 1 ward.
Okay.
You'll see.
Oh, we might be fucked. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, we're fucked. It's not happening this time.
Oh no. Not happening. Get the limit break off just for fun.
Oh yeah.
Any last words?
I love
don't-
that you can switch characters mid-limit break.
Yeah, yeah.
And it doesn't mess up the camera or anything.
I don't like that the thing is called the cranial dome. That just sounds gross. I don't want to touch it. I want to
Yeah.
see
don't
what
wanna
happens
break
when
it,
you
I'm
smack
scared.
it.
I don't want to hit it either. You know?
Oh, the cranial dome is broken. Ugh. Yeah, 1 more try and then we're done.
Yeah, it's been almost exactly 3 hours. Look at that. Perfect.
Yeah, it's a long intro. I don't like streaming these types of games in general. Because I know like it's gonna take forever to get anywhere. Because really it's just they're always the sort of either stream it like it's a job or play casually kind of game. It's like this is the only thing you're going to do for the next 2 months kind of game.
It's happened to me.
Yeah. It's happening to me too. Okay. I hate the party menu. It really sucks.
Yeah, I can't find it.
It's so confusing.
Ever. Where is it? How do I get to it?
Yeah, I'll try Tifa, whatever.
You should definitely have Barrett.
Yeah.
Get rid of Red, put Barrett in there.
Barrett saved me the first time. Because he's able to survive. Okay, you got the ice materia. That's good.
Yeah, we need ice. We need
Healing on Cloud is fine. I should try poison. Max HP.
that precision defense
Max HP.
material. Can you look at that for a second?
Wait. Where was that?
You left precision defense on Red, and he's not in the party, so
Oh.
you should put that on
Red has a lot of slots. Okay,
wait, what's that say for precision defense?
hold on. Improves functionality of blocking with perfect timing. Extended
Yeah,
input timing window for precision. I'll put that on.
Yeah, that's a maybe, but use it if you got the empty slot.
Yeah.
Do you have a summon?
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay, put Shiva on the character who's most likely to be alive.
Oh yeah,
and use
right.
it,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
right. So maybe put it on Barrett,
Shiv.
as I usually do. Yeah,
Ifrit.
and then
Okay, let's try one more time.
do you have any equipment that's different?
Nah,
Let's go.
Okay.
I didn't pick anything up.
Barrett, go to Barrett for a second.
Wait.
Keep it together.
Yeah, okay. Now look at Barrett's abilities.
Yeah?
That focus shot, it consumes. Go down to it again.
Consumes all
Consumes
ATB charges to unleash the concentrated burst.
Significantly increases stagger.
Yeah.
So when he's not staggered, you want to just be hammering him with these moves that stagger,
Yeah, naturally.
right? Okay.
Uh-huh. But also,
finding Tifa happens to be one of the best characters to get an enemy staggered.
mhm.
She's really good at staggering, so we should also be doing that too.
Barrett has, I don't think he has it right now, but he gets a skill that, buffs his bullets so that they increase stagger.
Yeah,
That's really
I use
useful.
that. That is my default Barrett.
Yeah.
That's he always had that on when I was using him, always.
Uh-huh.
The thing that makes his bullets blue or something.
Uh-huh.
Basically always. There's just no reason not to have it. And Tifa should be increasing her focus.
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm gonna spam Blizzard with Tifa.
Okay.
Because,
So does Cloud have the heal material on? Who has
Yeah.
the heal? Is it Cloud?
Cloud.
Okay. So Cloud should definitely just be avoiding shit.
I guess,
waiting to heal.
I don't think that really matters.
Do you have a synergy ability that will give you make things cost 0 MP?
Usually, no.
Okay.
Usually I, put the healing on Cloud or Barrett because, they just get so much more ATB, and you can spam it.
Oh, there we go.
Braver.
It's so tempting just to use Braver even when it doesn't make sense. Keep
I
doing
know.
it, doing it. I do it when it's dumb to do it. I don't care.
Damn, can I run away from this? Yeah, I guess so.
Do you have antidotes or Poisona?
Well, no,
Or
nobody
Suna?
got poisoned.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. We're good. We succeeded in our role, I guess.
Oh, I should have poisoned him. Wait.
Well, can he be poisoned? Can you assess him?
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
Usually they can. Well, I mean, either they can be poisoned or they're immune to absolutely everything. That's not good.
So, Okay, Tifa has almost got an ATV though. Okay.
Oh, Tifa's
Use a
dead.
potion or something. Oh,
No, Tifa's
okay.
dead. Yeah, I'm gonna... Gotta use Cloud to heal, so Bear's gonna be using the... sound. And then... I gotta wait for Tifa to actually come, and then... Yeah. Spells. Cure... Tifa, and then Tifa can do some pounding. Cloud's gotta get his HP back. Uh-oh, sleep isn't good.
Tifa almost has an
Wait,
has a limit break.
Was that sleep or was that something else? Okay. High potion. Cloud. Okay, HP's back.
You got a limit break. Oh yeah.
There we go. Stagger.
Hell yeah. Oh, do the limit break with Tifa right now.
Hold on, hold on.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, did I do that on the dome or the... Whatever. Doesn't matter.
No. Yeah, maximum fury, perfect.
There you go. Phase 2.
Hell yeah.
I should have put Prey on somebody.
Yeah, that's right. Dang it.
Wait, you thought it was Cloud for a second?
Charging up a summon.
Oh god, everyone's dead.
Holy shit. We almost got Shiva.
Oh yeah. Shit, I need more ATB for that. Or do I? Wait, does this... Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, I'm out of MP. Wait, do I use a potion or an ether? I have no idea.
Use an ether.
But I'm almost dead.
Okay, use a potion. Whatever you want.
Wait, I just used it and then dodged it. Yeah, okay, I'm screwed.
Wait, no.
If you dodge while you're using an item, you just don't.
Cloud's got 25 MP right now.
No, Barrett does. Oh wait, no,
Oh,
Cloud,
yeah,
Cloud's got
yeah.
20. Oh, okay, I used it. I just didn't see
Okay,
it.
good. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I'm using a early, Oh, I thought that would break him out.
Someone got
Oh.
bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
Man.
Yeah, almost halfway.
It's pretty hard for his
What if-
boss.
What if we had prey?
Alright, I'll try it with Prey, and then we'll be done.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just under-leveled and under-equipped. Because the game literally looked at the screen and told me, buy some equipment, and I didn't do it.
Is that dry land I see?
Is that dry land I see?
One of your pawns say that.
This snake might have art of use. Yeah.
Part of me wishes they just played Those Who Fight Further here.
Yeah.
Part of me wishes they tried less hard with the soundtrack. Sounds crazy. But I just love it so much. I just don't even care. Just play it here. Who cares? Let's play it.
I got won't last long.
Wait, I'm not okay.
Oh, there's the
Uh-oh.
phone. Are you a scammer? No, it's just next door. Next door could be scamming me. Oh no.
After you. Don't overdo it. My turn.
Got to phase 2 without staggering this time. Just making up your own music for the fight.
No, I'm actually. I have Those Who Fight Further, the PS1 version, in another tab. I'm kind of
Oh.
going along a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Oh, damn it. Okay. I saw that coming 100 miles away. Whoops. Can't be doing stuff like that. Can't be missing either with Barrett, that's weird.
Ugh. We almost got a stagger on him.
Oh, he's going underground. What's going on? Oh. Cool. I staggered him while Tifa was incapacitated.
Oh no, she's getting bored. Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting the satisfaction. Just wailing on it when it's staggered like that.
Yeah, doing barely any damage.
It's still fun.
Yeah, I know. It's better when you're doing damage, though. Summon Shiva. There we go.
Here we freaking
That'll
go.
help.
I got this.
There's no way you can have all these models in this fight and have the game still run. How you doing this?
I have no idea.
Gotta be careful.
I just have to hit him a couple times without dying. I don't know how I'm going to do this, though. Oh, jeez.
I hope he gets stabbed on that freaking tree. That's what I hope. I hope he gets freaking
Pray.
impaled.
Okay, Cloud
Right,
just
we-
died. Okay.
We need thoughts and prayers right now.
Abilities. Wait, spell. Wait, No, Tifa can use Phoenix Down. And then I can... Oh wait, you're gonna hurt... You're gonna hurt me. And then I can use the summon ability on the dome. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Ow.
We're okay. We're okay.
We're not okay.
We're okay.
We're not
We're
okay.
good.
It's not alright.
Oh my god, we got
that-
2 limit breaks coming. We got 2 freaking limit breaks. Fuck! God damn it.
The limits,
God damn
the
it.
limit breaks don't mean anything.
Figures it would end like this.
They can't save me from having 1 HP. Ugh. Alright, well, that's...
Oh.
Yeah, I probably can't do that.
You know what, though? I bet we could. With enough. I bet you can.
Yeah, but it'd be annoying. It wouldn't be fun.
I know.
Anyway. Yeah, that was that.
There's 3.5 hours of that.
Time to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I've been looking forward to it all
I can't
day.
wait to immediately go play it after this stream.
Alright, well, go feed Squidward something.
Okay, bye.